Hello. Ooh. I'm trying out a different setting with my microphones with the filter used on the microphone input for OBS. And we're gonna see how it sounds. Kind of after the fact, but let me just see how it sounds now. That sure sounds like nothing is coming out of my mouth. Wait a second. No. I forgot that I had my Twitch tab muted. I forgot that I had my Twitch tab muted. Okay, it is coming through. Good. Good. Welcome, everyone. I'm starting the stream now. Attention, class. Attention, please. Back to your seats. That's what it feels like when I say I'm starting the stream. I don't know. But I'm here. And you're here. Thank you for being here. Whether that's live or on the stream, or on the VOD. On the live stream, or on the VOD on YouTube. Or on the VOD on Twitch, sometimes. For the 7 days after I stream live, the VOD is up there on Twitch. Yay! It's new patch time! In reverse 1999! I get to click on all the things in the menu. Ooh, here we go. I like seeing calendars. Yay, calendars. Actually, though, that's like 100% true about me. I love calendars, just in general. Now that I'm mentioning the calendar, I have a special, cool, awesome rat calendar that I purchased from Shadow the Rat on YouTube. And then I always get 2 anime calendars every year. And whatever anime calendars I pick are different every year. It just depends on what the selection is out there. But I also like calendars like this that show me upcoming events in the game I'm playing. Alright, so Barcarola will be on the banner until April 10th. And what is this? Does this mean that if we play her character event Beyond the Coastline, we get 240 clear drops? Is that what that means, perhaps? We can sign in to claim a selectable 5-star character starting on April 5th. That's pretty cool. I don't know what phototaxis in study besides the eclipse means. I would assume it's an anecdote, but it doesn't say that it's an anecdote, and I would expect it to say that. We've got another hashtag scam banner from April 1st to April 14th. I often am an advocate for not pulling on these double 6-star banners unless you not only do you lack both of the 6-star characters, but also you really would 100% be happy with getting either one. Because there's the fact that there's 3 things you need to remember about this banner. And that is, unlike the normal limited banners, this has its own pity. And then 2, once you beat the pity, you also need to win the 50-50 that you get a rate-up character. Isn't that right? And I think the 50-50 is changed to like a 75-25, or the rates are better, but it is still not 100% guaranteed that you're going to get one of the 6 stars once you get a 6-star drop. And then once you do definitely get a rate-up 6-star character, it's still a 50-50 chance on whether it's Tuesday or J. So don't forget that fact, alright? Be honest with yourself on whether you would really be happy with either one. Now, I have J, I don't have Tuesday, I wish I had Tuesday, but I'm not going to be pulling on this banner. No thanks. not worth it. Alright. Main's bulletin. Ulrich from the depths of space. So more of... I think this is another one of those VOV things in Reveries of Rain that I was doing last time I streamed Reverse of 1999. Let's see. Regulus, the best band in town. Is that an anecdote? And we get her a 5-star Regulus side tube? Perhaps? Is this like a login event where we get drops, clear drops for logging in, maybe? Series of Dusks, phase, reward, update. New garment for Ms. Nubabble in the Series of Dusks, in other words, the roguelike content. And Reveries in the Rain, new myth manifest, so a new boss helper thingy. Also known as a myth, I believe. Web event. I don't think I've ever done one of the web events for Reverse 1999, except for like the anniversary one where you looked at oh, there's music you can turn on. Well, give me a second. Why don't I pull this up? Pull this right up. And in the game, I'll turn off the music and the sounds. We can hear this. It's gonna be loud though. Ugh. I wish we could deal with the volume in some way. Type Final Magic is here! Hello! Hi Shiny, happy 2.4 day! Yes, it's Regulus Anecdote and it likely has a side tube for her. Okay, cool. She could use one since last I checked she doesn't have a signature side tube. Yeah! Why doesn't she get her own signature 6-star side tube? Gosh. Tell you what, I'm gonna turn down the volume for the game for people watching the stream. Hopefully that helps. And I'm gonna turn down my own headphones because it's blaring in my ears. Let's see how it sounds. It's hard to tell because the sound is so loud coming from my browser. I'm gonna just hope it sounds okay. Let me know if it's still too loud. I don't think they started adding signature side tubes until a few versions after launch. Oh yeah! You know, that tracks. That does track. For sure. And by the way, Type Final Magic, good to see you here. Thanks for joining the stream. How was your day? I hope it's been a good one. And yeah! Happy new patch for version 1999. Dragged tour around the ship. I've never done one of these events other than looking back at your records over the year. Can I click on a character? I'm just gonna click through this, I'm sorry. Drag instruments to match them? Instruments! Oh, it's a music-themed web event? I'm on board. I'm absolutely on board. Oh, never mind. Can I undo? I can't undo? I'm gonna get it wrong. I still get a thing even though I got it wrong. That's really funny. And then you go here, and you claim clear drops. Okay. I was a little busy with an errand, but just getting back to some work, and saw the notification that you went live. Hey, nice! Perfect timing. Very nice. I'm glad it worked out. And then you need more tickets. And you get tickets by watching a trailer. Okay, press go, press play, and then immediately leave. And then join the Discord channel, which I literally already have. Where'd it go? Oh no! It went away. Let me see if I can bring it back up. Sorry. Oh no, where's the web event? Here it is. I found it. Are? That's not right. Huh? No. This one. There we go. Why did that take so long to get figured out? The web events usually have a clear drop reward, so it's worth doing the web event for at least that. Yeah, I imagine. Alright, I did get the tickets. Good. Let's Fatutu. What? Okay, now I can go down there. I want to talk to the new characters. Although I'm just going to be skipping through their lines, I guess. Oops. Drag shells to arrange them. Starfish and knowledge shells, you can put them on the ends of the necklace. Common tower shell looks good on the right side of the scallop. Okay. What is she saying? Starfish. The ends. Oh, I already messed it up. Nautilus shells. Is this a nautilus shell? Common no, that's a tower shell, isn't it? Scallop. Oh, maybe this is nautilus. That's close. Surely. And then I get the things. Cool. And I'll do the rest of it later. Well, that's how that web event works. For your information. And we get some rewards out of it. Put the volume for the game right back up in the game and also in OBS. And also listening to it in my ears. Sweet. But yes, I'm signing into the game for the first time right now, so I have to do all the usual dailies. And we get our login rewards, which is great. And there is a little list of things to do when we get stuff for doing it. Cool. The travel scrapbook is now available. What's that? Oh, the travel scrapbook captures your adventures and memories up to this point, Timekeeper. Here you can choose and adjust the content you wish to display. You can also view other people's travel scrapbooks through the Friends panel. Now feel free to explore the scrapbook on your own, Timekeeper. Okay. Oh, okay, so that's the character I have on the main screen, obviously, and then my achievements. And... oh, okay. Oh! Oh, I can show off different things. I don't care about max level characters. I've maxed a lot of bonds. Days journeyed, that's fun. Date of departure. Take that out and put in something else, maybe? I don't know. That's good enough, that's fine. Okay. And then you can show off how far you've gotten in different game modes. I don't remember them mentioning the addition of the scrapbook, but I think it's a cool feature similar to profiles in some other gacha games. Indeed! I'm kind of into it. Limbo. Wilderness progress. 3 doors. Mains bulletin. Oh, how many times I've gotten triple S. Okay. Limbo progress seems kind of boring. Isle of Echoes visits. Oh. This is a new thing that I'll be working on, I guess, is the Depths of Myths. And then what's that about? Oh, yeah. I like that profile. Achievements! Wait. Something is being highlighted. What is it? Huh? Why? What? Hey, what? That's fine. It's still... That's strange. What is it? I can show my pride as a tenant maid now. LOL. Yes! Do it! Show your love. I don't know what it was that was being highlighted there. Alright, I get some gifts in the mail for the web event. What else do we get? We get some compensation for the maintenance. Yay! And compensation for issues that were in version 2.3. Look at all the stuff I got! So how many pulls am I at now? Let's find out. 9 plus 44. I am up to 53 pulls. Good. You can select between an achievement series or specific achievements. Oh, you can toggle the selection on the top right of that menu. Okay. Let's go back there before I forget. Oh. Individual display does not have a little 1 next to it, but set display does. Huh. What is this 1 for? I don't see anything that is screaming at me, screaming for me to click it. Clear selection? Oh, that just represents that I have one selected. That's all it is. It's just letting me know I now have this achievement selected, and it is one big achievement series. Okay, whatevs. And now we have annoying little arrows that are bugging us to unlock the collector's edition of the Roar Jukebox. How nice. How visually annoying. Okay, our new girl Barcarola, who I will not be pulling on, but I wish you all the best of luck in getting her, if you're gonna get her. And we've got a Ripples on the Water banner. You can get your chosen character on the first 6-star summon. I already have all of these 6 stars, and it looks like it's between those. Go select, yep, between those 4. The one you have up is all the wilderness achievements. Right, yeah, Okay, and A-Knight is still up from when he went up. And here is the new event! Is it gonna play the trailer? Yep.
You're doing the artificial storm experiment.
Yep, arrows are to indicate increased battle points on tasks, since this version is 1 week shorter, if I recall. Oh, that's what that is.
You must understand.
I totally
this record is
didn't
a vital
realize
element of
at
the
all,
experiment.
obviously.
And you need to understand that it's a one-of-a-kind relic of rock and roll.
Oh, don't fret.
That's nice of them, I
taken
guess.
that concern into account.
What?
The closest potential location for the experiment appears to be directly on the route of this cruise ship.
I still don't understand that instrument.
calculations show that
I don't think I've ever seen an
off
instrument like
course.
that before in my
You're
life.
accelerating on a southward trajectory.
It seems like the kind of instrument that would be... Like, it looks like there's too much stuff on it, and it would get in the way of how much sound you're getting out of it. A big point of having those string instruments, the violin and whatnot, is that the body of the instrument is the entire cavity the sound is resonating off of. I feel like having all that stuff added to it would mute the sound.
What a coincidence. I so happen to have a similar device myself.
1999? 2005?
Oh, there's an eclipse in this story, right? Okay.
There is a pioneer who has crossed the storm.
There's a language that transcends all barriers. Please, everyone, hold on to each other and follow the music. And you're going to do the experiment alone?
That's the plan. And if I fail, at least you'll have one more umbrella for the others.
One more umbrella. Typhoon Magic says it's weird because in the previous events that were shortened, they would have given us a lump of points to immediately get to Battle Pass level 10. Oh, did they? I never really noticed. Kinoko-kun, hello! Are we pulling for Gorilla? I'm not. I guess if we look here, it's only giving us points to level 1 right now. You can see it's their, I don't see anything to claim. Where? You'll have to be more specific. Can you be more specific than other menu? What menu are you talking about? All right. Accelerated roar jukebox. We got the one thing. Huh. It's interesting that they have a, like, check mark over 1 version gifts, but they don't have anything for 2 accelerated roar jukebox. I almost want them to have a check mark just to visually make sense to me. But okay. So that's how it's going down. Alright, now we must click on all the menus so that the highlighted sections go away. From the depths of space. And we have to complete the main event to get this unlocked. Complete LEE 23, Last Evenings on Earth 23. Series of Dusks. There's a new Golden Alley, which means there's new rewards unlocked. I have not touched Series of Dusks in a while. Yep, it works out anyway if you play enough, so it shouldn't make much difference. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the Battle Pass. It's pretty easy to complete. The story! I like the visuals on this menu. It's very pretty. We've got a new... At least I mean, it feels new to me, this mains bulletin boss from the Sao Paulo event, I want to say. I need to go back to Dusk Mode. I haven't touched it in a long time. Samesies. I also am, like, super behind in Limbo. It's ridiculous. Maybe I can just knock out another bit of this while I'm here.
Oh, I got it.
And I can decide what I'm gonna do for today's stream. I just don't know.
No.
What I should do.
A good point.
I guess just dive into the event story is the most obvious thing I could do.
Taking another look.
But I kind of want to, like, play. And the event story is a lot of just reading and listening to story. Letter page has her ult already, because we started with 2 extra Moxie, which is nice.
Relax. No. Yes, I relax.
A new hypothesis.
Higher than the bell tower, and deep in the clouds.
I guess I do want to play a little bit of the event story just so I can have an idea of what the setting is,
The
because
benefits of field mapping.
as you can see from my stream title, I want to know about that boat. What the heck is with that boat? Clearly not the Titanic, and yet it's also the Titanic at the same time. Very confusing.
Need some peaceful moments. Relax.
An academic question.
That weren't even as tough as waking up an old factory man.
An old fat tree man? Is that what she said? I should have looked closer at the line. What in the heck? What are you saying, little girl?
Which of these darlings shall we attend to first?
Old factory man. That's what she said. Thank you. Okay, definitely misheard that. Definitely.
I will remember.
Perfectly understood.
Charging. Sharp thing.
Oh. Is it just me, or did Lucy start out with extra dynamo stacks?
Feel my dark embrace.
I can't remember how many she starts out with normally.
We share the same dream. Loading. To a brighter future for everyone.
Believe, mortals.
Barrage.
Alright, we can do this. It's okay, the slip-up reminded me of when Splitter Page was trying to pronounce tuberculosis and deteriorating. Ah! I remember something like that happening. Right. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. So I should do this, and then
Perfectly
this,
understood.
and then
Shall I,
this.
master?
Something like that.
Feel my dark embrace.
Cool.
Don't act surprised. It's just another day on the job.
Oh, I know what I might do. I might check out the Barcarola character survey, and then we can all see what her kit is like together. Even though I'm still not going to be pulling on her. Unless something about it really charms me, like just on an aesthetic level. Picrasma! Alright. Beyond the coastline, so survey. Okay, so I see. Inspiration is a tagline for the type of character she is. Let's go here. Whenever an ally consumes Eureka, accumulate points of inspiration. Increases the likelihood of inspiration points being distributed onto attack type incantations. When entering battle, accumulate 3 points of inspiration and gain max Eureka +1. At the start of each round, Barcarola gains Eureka +4. After an ally actively casts an attack type incantation, Barcarola gains Eureka +1. Man! She just gets lots of Eureka. And then at Insight 3... Oh, wait. Back up. Back the heck up. Back, everybody, back up. Back up. Okay, we're gonna stop everything for a second, and we, let me tell you, are going to check out the extreme talent for Barcarola, because guess what? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Here we go. First, I'll turn off the sound. We got X back. Happily. Guess who's back? Back again. Guess who's back? Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Alright! Oh, I'm so happy! It's been so long! I didn't know if he was gonna be back, so when I saw the notif, I was like, yes! Enough with the critters.
Is it just me, or does the music feel off today? There we go. Much better.
Oh, he fixed the music!
Now, let's look into this new arcanist. Please, Miss Titer.
Oh!
Miss Titer?
Where is she?
Miss Titer? Guess I'm flying solo on this one.
Oh!
4F4B. Barcarola,
Oh.
musical director of the Free Breeze cruise ship.
What happened to
Born
John
in
Teeter?
Cremona, Italy, left home to travel at the age of 15.
Oh.
She joined the Free Breeze as a musician, bringing her unique
make this full
sound to
screen, why
ports
not?
all over the world. Wherever she goes, people flock to see her performances, to have a one-of-a-kind musical experience with her crackling box,
Crackling
an instrument
box.
that merges a multitude of instruments together.
Oh, look, there's stuff
Created through
inside
her
of it.
arcane skill, a strictus. Using her crackling box, she's able to play all of her musical instruments at once, which has earned her the title of one-woman orchestra.
Whoa.
Barcarola's arcane skill allows her to play music like no one else, and gives her the power to turn her tunes into a weapon in battle.
Wow.
Oh, hold on a second. Before we get into detail about her combat capabilities,
We have to talk about the
let
new
me tell you
gameplay.
about a new mechanism we've just discovered.
Mhm.
Inspiration. When an ally consumes their Eureka, their whole team gains inspiration. At the start of each round, these inspiration points are randomly distributed to their allies' incantations. Using incantations with
Give me a second. I was, as you probably could notice, I was adjusting things in the layout. Okay. Let's pay very close attention to this, and maybe even, they don't have actual subtitles.
inspiration.
Okay.
When an ally consumes their Eureka,
Correct. 6 consumes 5 Eureka when he uses his buff card on an ally, if he has 5 or more Eureka at that time.
their whole team gains inspiration.
The whole team.
At the start
'cause
of
it's
each
in the
round,
tray.
these inspiration points are randomly distributed to their allies' incantations. Using incantations with inspiration points may generate an extra skill at the end of the action cube.
Okay. So you can see the little things floating above the cards.
Incantations with inspiration points may generate an extra skill at the end of the action cube.
It may, so it's not guaranteed.
As an impromptu incantation,
Impromptu
which deals
incantation.
mental damage to one random enemy. The more inspiration points used in the round, the stronger the damage.
Oh.
Now, back to our lovely Barcarola. At Insight 1, Barcarola's max Eureka
Now, this is what happens when a team member uses Eureka...
discovered.
something.
Inspiration. When an ally consumes their Eureka, their whole team gains inspiration.
So, you don't even need an inspiration character to get this as a passive effect going forward? Is that what I'm taking? Now, if anyone in this game consumes their Eureka for something, it will automatically passively assign inspiration points to the cards in the tray?
At the start of each round, these inspiration points are remedies. Let me tell you about a new mechanism we've just discovered. Inspiration. When an ally consumes their Eureka,
When an ally consumes their Eureka. So that seems to be the case.
inspiration points
I guess
used in the
we'll keep
round, the
moving
stronger the
forward.
damage. Now, back to our lovely Barcarola. At Insight 1, Barcarola's
Wait, we're gonna be attacking dolphins? Heyo. Heyo.
max Eureka
What the heck?
increases by 1. At the start of each round, or whenever her allies cast attack skills, Barcarola gains Eureka. When she consumes her Eureka to gain inspiration,
Yep.
she'll give those inspiration points primarily to attack skills. At Insight 3,
Oh.
when she enters
So other characters in the game don't have that part that Barcarola has of when she consumes Eureka, inspiration points go more toward attack cards specifically. Maybe.
battle, impromptu incantation transforms into a Star Afflatus skill, with its critical rate and critical damage increasing each time it's cast. Additionally, at the start of each round, Barcarola's attack increases based on the total inspiration points distributed to the incantations.
Uh-huh.
Barcarola steps on the music notes and leaps into the free breeze, getting ready to play her crackling box. As she plays, she and a chosen ally will enter the quartet status. If there's a third ally in battle who's already in quartet, their status duration will also be extended. What's more, Sea Breeze Serenade will restore Eureka to allies in quartet status, and grant Barcarola Moxie in the process. The quartet status can increase a character's attack based on the total inspiration points distributed to the incantations in the current round. It also enhances Barcarola's own attack. The more characters in her quartet, the stronger she gets. When an ally in quartet casts an attack skill, all other allies in quartet lose their Eureka.
Oh.
These Eureka are then converted into inspiration to enhance impromptu incantation for the round.
Huh. I think I'm
With a flick
following.
of her bow, Barcarola unleashes a musical onslaught towards an enemy, dealing mental damage. Cascading arpeggios consumes Eureka and triggers one extra impromptu incantation for the round. More impromptu incantation will be triggered if there are other allies in quartet status. Barcarola sweeps her bow high up, summoning musical instruments from thin air. that unleash a torrent of music, dealing mental damage to an enemy. Music of the Heart consumes Eureka and increases the damage dealt by impromptu incantation for the round. The damage of impromptu incantation will be further enhanced if there are other allies in quartet status. A cruise ship, the open
just
sea,
followed.
warm sun, and sweet music.
Let's see. Sinorin, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I like to play a lot of Reverse 1999 here and Infinity Nikki, which I just started a couple months ago. Definitely lots of gacha games overall. I also like to play a little bit of online mahjong once in a while on the online gacha games Reach City or Mahjong Soul. But yeah, welcome.
I can't wait to soak it all in. But as we all know, the workload at Laplace can be a bit much. So I was forced to leave some minuscule, trivial tasks behind for my colleagues. I had to lock myself in the lab to really focus on finishing my work. But today, I've got something truly exciting to exhibit to you all. Another X.
What?
It's been meticulously designed, carefully programmed, and it's capable of just about anything. Paperwork, invention, coffee making, you name it. What's more, I've put in countless hours working with him to make sure he's learned the sum total of all he needs to know to be me. In other words, he's a perfect replica. It's break time again. Time to make some coffee and wait for my swiftly approaching vacation to arrive. And then you'll be stepping into my shoes, buddy. Beep. Work mode activated. I'm beat. It's been a long day.
What?
Time for a quick coffee break.
Yeah.
No, wait. A long day? You just started. How am I supposed to take a vacation if you keep taking coffee breaks? Who's going to cover for all the work I've been neglecting? Time for a coffee break. Time for a coffee break. Looks like I've still got a long day ahead of me.
Well, I'm glad X is here. I hope he stays here. That was fantastic. Aw, man. I mean, it's cool to learn about Barcarola, but I'm mostly just happy that X is back with us. Welcome back, X. And I hope, I'm sure Hyoyi O'Grady, the voice of X, is also very happy about that. I was reviewing my VODs, and he did mention, he was like, oh, it looks like the critters are taking over Extreme Talent. I'm looking forward to X coming back someday in the future, though, if he does. And at the time I was like, what? What do you mean? And then it happened. I was like, oh my gosh, that's what he was talking about. I'm so glad X is back. Goodness. But yes, obviously we learned a lot about the new character, Barcarola, so let's give her a try now. How about? Let's see. Wait, I really don't know how to use Matilda and Voyager. Also, I wish we were using characters that use Eureka so we could see how the whole inspiration thing works with them, but okay. Guess not. Oh. Something got... What? Right off the bat. With certain character bonuses, consuming Eureka can grant additional inspiration points to an incantation. I'm curious about this part, with certain character bonuses. Oh, what? Okay. Something happened at the beginning there. So, when entering battle, accumulate 3 points of inspiration and gain max Eureka +1. And she gains Eureka at the beginning of the round. And then... let's see... Ooh, love the music. So, do the points get distributed? Wait, they have Eureka! What? Voyager has Eureka? Matilda has Eureka? What? What? Is this... Wait. Is this a Euphoria? What the heck? Nice, they give you 3 inspiration units to use in her trial. Apparently! What? This is news to me! Yeah, Tooth Fairy doesn't have all of that stuff. Are these Euphorias for Matilda and Voyager? Is that what's going on? Yes, Kinoko-kun! We already know that you hate inspiration so very much. But you can tone it down, okay? Like, geez Louise. Like, give people the space to have fun with this if they want to have fun with it. But give us your insight. Yeah, you're free to give us your insight that you have on it, of course. Let's see. I refuse. I need to spread my anti-inspiration propaganda. Need or want? There's a difference between those two words. Want and need are very different words. Voyager got a Euphoria this version. Okay, that does sound right. And apparently Matilda did too. Usoka says, I just hate. Oh gosh. Oh, you're hopeless. I mean, you're free to hate it. Don't get me wrong. People are gonna hate what they're gonna hate. There's nothing wrong with hating something in a game. But, there's no reason to, like, completely take over the chat with hate. Making it hard for people to talk about whether they like it or not. So... So the more stuff I use that has numbers on it... Apparently.
Do you have any requests? Saxophones and a bandura? As you wish. Please enjoy.
Okay.
My next performance, bubbles bursting.
Okay. And once again, they're giving me this thing to click on, and it doesn't really give me that much information. Okay, so there was a 4 on the side of the screen, and then that 4 got distributed to the cards. That's what I saw happen. Maybe I should turn on the slow animation as I'm getting this figured out. Mass counter, grant 1 stack of Interstellar Blessing and 1 stack of Sturdiness to all allies. Consume 2 Eureka. Now, if she consumes Eureka, isn't that going to give us points? Let's find out together. We get an additional attack instance to the impromptu incantation for the round. And it'll also select another additional enemy target. Okay. Alright. And, okay, consuming Eureka increases your inspiration. Alright. So if I do this... I wish that it would show us how many we're gonna... how much inspiration we're gonna get based on what cards are up here as I go along. But whatever. I guess I'll have to just keep track of it in my brain.
Do you have any requests? I know how to do it.
I don't know if I should, if it's smart to use all of it, probably. Okay. That makes this, and it has a 4 on it. And then that puts a 2 over here. And that 2 is going to be next round's inspiration points that will be distributed to the cards.
Please.
And it's raising and raising with each thing that's being used. Now it's up to an 8, and now there's the incantation, or impromptu incantation that gets released at the end of the round. And now the enemies are attacking us, and after they're done attacking us, the 8 points will be distributed to the tray. So the 8 got distributed, and for the most part they went to attack cards, and that's because of Barcarola. Inspiration doesn't carry over. You use it or lose it. Yeah, you're right. Yep, you're right. So I left this card here from last turn, and now it got some points. So, you know, that actually worked out for me. I'll use that maybe. So that's another weird thing about this, is that you're kind of pressured to use stuff.
Saxophones and a bandura? As you wish.
I'm so glad that Matilda has a niche she can be used in. Our French duck needed more love. It's true! It's RNG and where they land, right. Huh. Now, let's see what happens when I do this. Let's take this card and combine it. And it becomes 4. Okay. And what does this do? It inflicts a stack of confusion. So why don't we do this, this, and a little bit of this.
Do you have any requests?
And that is how high of a number our impromptu attack is gonna get. And stuff is going to show up here based on how much Eureka is consumed over the course of our turn. And then there's the impromptu incantation. Alright. That's why you use that one on the bottom left. Don't like the one they give you, just switch it. Oh, of course. Alright, and now we have an ult to work with. Oh, that makes sense. I can see maybe using the shuffle tuning skill for inspiration teams. Right. Oh, let's find out what rerolling does. Okay. We did not get a bunch of points this time. Got 2 here and 2 here. Let's see what happens when I re-roll. Okay, so the second card in has 2 points. The second card in from the left. And the third card in from the right has 2 points. I will now shuffle. So the points stay where they are, and the cards underneath them change. So that's how that works. I was using the unfinished when I did it, though. Is unfinished the name of the Vertin setup or something? Okay. So let's... So this is going to make everyone quartet. That makes sense. We want that to happen. That would be good. Should I use this before I do everything else, maybe? Recovers Eureka. Well, everyone has a ton of Eureka right now. When does Voyager use Eureka? Her attack card consumes Eureka. Do I have anything that'll use up Eureka that'll take advantage of the fact that Barcarola's ult is going to recover Eureka? I'm guessing no.
Relax. No worries.
Oh, I get to pick a person. One target buff. And grants the quartet status to target ally and to self. Okay. Wait, what? Okay. Ba-ba-ba-da.
No worries.
How about we do this on Voyager, and then do this, and maybe that'll be good to do, I don't really know. Every card consumes Eureka. Every card? It didn't seem like Voyager's ult consumes Eureka. I guess it's not too bad, just depends on what you're going for. Like, Unfinished could probably get you ults faster.
Stars.
Okay. Oh, that's the quartet thing. It's the thing floating behind Voyager. That's the quartet status. And the quartet status gives an attack plus 300. So that's why it was good to do Barcarilla ult before Voyager ult, probably? Question mark? Not sure. No inspiration points this time, but that's okay. We'll get it back.
Need some peaceful moments.
Saxophones and Aventura?
I'm digging this music. It's nice music. I can turn this up a little bit. Turn up the speed of the fight.
Listen to the melodies of wind and waves.
That gives us some points. Matilda consumes Eureka also. Okay. Like, okay, for example, Kinoko-kun. If I had 6 here and I used his debuff card, that doesn't consume Eureka. That gives him Eureka. So, there's an example. But he's not here, so maybe you just meant these characters. They still have max Eureka. I don't know when Eureka happens with Matilda. 6 would consume Eureka. Can you explain to me what you mean? Yeah, I know he can. I'm just saying not every card. Earlier you said every card consumes Eureka. Sinerin says the music from this patch is just chef's kiss. It sounds great so far. We haven't gotten into the event story yet, but I'm looking forward to that. Kinoko-kun says, no, oh, every card in the team that isn't TF. I see, okay.
No worries.
What does this do? Oh, confusion. I already have that, so let's just keep
Do you
going.
have any requests?
Okay, she consumed Eureka. And that
My
consumes
next
Eureka.
performance, Bubbles bursting.
Nice. Okay. I don't know how to use most of this team. It's very awkward to do a test of Barcarola with this team that they gave us here. Sag. Consumes Eureka to grant crit rate plus 15%. to the impromptu incantation. Oh, interesting! You can grant crit rate to that. Okay, alright. Ooh. I don't know if we can meet all of these conditions, but it'd be cool if we could. Should I hold on to Voyager's ult just to see if we can do that? We could try.
Saxophones and a bandura? As you wish. Please enjoy.
Okay. Oh, and we got an additional number on the impromptu incantation. And another additional number on the impromptu incantation. Did we get 10? We did not. But we got more than 3. So that was some additional crit damage, I think. TLDR of the cards is that every card that consumes Eureka will grant an additional buff to the inspiration attack. Yeah, no, I get that totally. I just don't have a good idea of the basic kits of these characters, the non-Barcarola, non-Tooth Fairy characters, Matilda and Voyager. I don't know, especially with the new Euphoria, I don't know which of their cards consume Eureka, but if you say all of them do, I trust you. That one does. That one does too. I could swear that this one doesn't. Oh, this only consumes Eureka if it's turned into a debuff card at Incantation 2. Got it. So I really should make sure. Yeah. It's Matilda time, I guess. If the impromptu incantation has at least 10 points, gain additional 50%. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, I don't really know how to do stuff. Do this, and then this, and this, and then do this. I think I had no inspiration points in any of those cards, I want to say.
Stars.
Decaf says, about to leave for work, but figured I'd say hello. Hello!
Please.
Welcome, welcome, and have a good lurk, and have good work. Good lurk and work. Ooh. Interesting. Not gonna lie, part of me wants to throw some pulls at Barcarola just so I can have the cool symbols above my characters in the fight. The cool quartet symbols. Ooh. Everyone visit Decaf Nvidia! Their stream is very cool. You may have heard this before if you've been in my stream before, but they stream some Reverse 1999, they stream some Genshin Impact, and they stream so much. Especially if you are in the other side of the world, you'll see their streams a lot, probably. Which means you're probably not awake right now, but I don't know. I think we stream on complete opposite times. I often see Decaf's notifications come to my phone at 3 a.m. for me, and I stream at like 1 p.m. for me. So that's kind of funny. For right now, yep. Yeah. We never know what the future holds, of course, but yeah. Regardless of time, definitely check out their stuff. Their YouTube channel has videos, and they also do editing and stuff. And I love their thumbnails also. Okay. This is an interesting thing. I feel like I should just not touch Tooth Fairy. Sorry, Tooth Fairy.
Saxophone's end. A bend. Do you have any requests?
Not until you get to be a member of the quartet.
Listen up.
Vidzius! Oh, Vidzius! Wait a second! Vidzius, I know you! Welcome to the chat!
Bursting.
It's great to see you here! Welcome, welcome! I raided Vidzius's stream a while back because they were playing Infinity Nikki. And I just want to support everybody who is streaming Infinity Nikki as much as I can, because I think that game is so great. Like, obviously it's a gacha game and I have my problems with gacha games, but if we're gonna play gacha games, play the girly games. They're really good.
Alice Virtual _va just followed.
Oh, whoa. Ellis Bertrell, thank you so much for the follow, Ellis Bertrell VA. Welcome to the stream. That's so wholesome. I love the game so far. I'm so glad you do. Yay! That's great to hear. This game that I'm playing, Reverse 1999, is definitely a different kind of game. However, I do like the costumes in this game. You know, if there's one thing that it has in common besides gacha, is that the costume design for the characters is really neat, and also has a little bit of the same style as Infinity Nikki in terms of how it approaches sexiness, if you know what I mean. The sexiness of the female characters in this game, it's not the same type of sexiness that, like, you know, big titty anime girls, you know, gacha games tend to have. They really focus a lot on fashion in this game, in a way that I could argue is, you know, perhaps comparable to Infinity Nikki. Right. You know, yeah, you get what I'm talking about.
Do you have any requests?
This is such a fascinating gameplay element they've given us. I've been playing this game for over a year now, and the game is still going pretty strong. And we are enjoying the newest patch that just dropped for the global server. The global server is about 2-3 months behind the original Chinese server. Unlike Infinity Nikki, where it's the same and for both. Ah, Matilda. Like, look at Matilda's outfit here, for example. Can we just admire this? I think this looks great. And I love looking at it also because I don't use Matilda myself, so I'm really happy to see her here. Yay, Matilda! We love her! But yeah, this game has a lot of focus on time travel shenanigans, except instead of, you know, certain characters time traveling, it's a time traveling natural disaster that has come over the world, and it's called the Storm. You know, capital T, capital S, the Storm. And when the storm happens, it causes the world to, supposedly it was going to be reversing in time, thus the name of the game, Reverse 1999, but it seems like the storm is also capable of sending people forward, so I'm a little bit unclear on that. But basically we're going from different time to different time, and trying to figure out how to stop the storm from happening, because when time moves like that, it actually just erases from existence the people that did exist in that original place, that original time that we were in. And the only people to escape are the people at the Foundation. They are protected from the storm, and the people in Verton's suitcase. And this main menu is Verton's suitcase. So she has all of these characters in her suitcase, and that's what the gacha is about, is pulling characters, you know? So yeah, that's like a really broad strokes general pitch for the game. Vidzeus says, fashion is so supreme in my gacha. While I do enjoy Genshin, that is a problem it has. Yeah, I think there's only one female character that isn't big anime titty. I know, right? Like Weeping Angels in Doctor Who. I think I'm gonna Euphoria Voyager. Yeah, I think that kit seems pretty cool, Usoka. I agree. Wait, that's cute. I like the flavor of the game. I like it a lot too. This character I have on my main screen is a little bit like on the side of like rare. We don't often have old mustached men in the game, so I was really happy when he got introduced. I was like, yay! Usoka says, I can use the 5 pips in Dusk. Oh, the 5 what? The 5 somethings? Do you mean these things? Type Fun of Magic says, Reverse 99 is a great time travel RPG gacha. Exactly, yeah. I like the art design a lot. This is the latest patch that just dropped, so this is the event story. It's apparently going to be taking place on a boat that totally isn't the Titanic. Wink, wink. I'm not sure what they're doing with it. We're going to find out once we start it. No, Voyager gets +5 Moxie from her Euphoric. Oh! And you're going to use that mechanic in Series of Dusks, is what you mean. I get it, Usoka. Okay. Let's see. But it's time, or as you saw before, it's a turn-based game, and we play our cards, and the cards come from the characters. So you have 4 characters in your team. You're gonna get at least 1 card from each character in your tray,
Dip Daddy
and
Fresh
you pick
just
from
followed.
the tray and stuff. Dip Daddy Fresh, that is a fresh username. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. We play lots of Reverse 99 here, and also Infinity Nikki, both gacha games, but very different gaming experiences. I hope you hang out. Welcome, welcome. I think I have too many things on my plate for another gacha, but it's definitely something I enjoy from a flavor standpoint. Exactly! Enjoying the flavor, you know? Like fine dining, just giving it a taste instead of having it all the time or something. Well, I mean, this is a perfect time for us to jump into the main story, I figure. I have not started the main story for the event, so we're gonna experience it together. Unfortunately, this is after a good year and 5 months of story build-up in Reverse 1999, so there's gonna be a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense to new people. I recommend you just kind of go with the flow and enjoy the vibes. Just go with the vibes is the best way to go about it. Oh, our opening card. See, it's like the Titanic, but it's not the Titanic. This is what I'm talking about. A message delivered. Let's get going. Okay, I'm gonna leave to avoid spoilers. Have fun, Shiny. Yeah, if you want to avoid spoilers, please do take a break. If you want, you can lurk on my stream. Just make sure you don't mute the tab.
The island.
But
the upturned
or you can you mute
of
the
Mother
tab
Sea.
and don't mute the stream. That's the
once
key.
drifting boat now beds itself in the golden sand.
Ooh.
When the second proverb appears on the shell, we kindle the fire, the crackling warmth, the spark of hope.
Ooh.
The joyful people are long blessed as one.
Oh.
When the third proverb appears on the shell, we accept the sea's gift. The rolling waves, the plentiful fish.
Speaking as someone who's very
The
uneducated
cool sea
on
breeze
Pacific
cradles us.
cultures,
When the fourth proverb appears
does anyone
on
get
the shell,
like
face
Pacific
the test,
Ocean Islander,
the
Pacific
salty
Islander
tears,
culture
the
vibes from
longing
Fatutu?
gaze.
Or is that just me?
Beyond the sea, I find no home. Beyond the sea, I find no home.
Ooh. language. Nukutaeao.
You did well today, Tutu.
Yeah, the names kind of remind me of, like, Hawaiian names. I don't know very much at all about Hawaiian culture, but I've had family that lived in Hawaii for decades now. They're not native, but there's like subsidized housing there for army families, and that's where some people in my family moved to live. And so when we would fly down to Hawaii, it wasn't for vacation, it was to visit them. So I've been exposed to some of the culture in terms of, like, I know who Lili Okuani, the queen name, and there's that king there's a sculpture of the king, and he's holding his arm out front with his palm out, and he's got like all these beautiful flower lays on his arm, that kind of stuff. My knowledge of Islander culture is the Moana movie and Mango Cookie from Cookie Run. Aww. Wait, oh, so they've got some Hawaiian culture in Cookie Run? That's kind of cute. Yeah, I don't really know. All I know is that there are palm trees in this picture, and the names remind me of Hawaiian language a little bit. But I don't know, we will see. There's always going to be discussion about how, games represent these cultures when the game is being developed somewhere on the other side of the world from those cultures. When we had the patch from Reverse 1999 a few patches ago that was set in Sao Paulo, Brazil, we had a lot of conversation about that. And I really appreciated Night Hunter Teresa's insight about what she thought about it, because she actually lives in Brazil, and she gave some really good insight that I didn't think about because I don't live there. I don't know what's accurate or not accurate. So that was really appreciated. It was really cool to hear.
Thank you, Kamitsu.
And at the end of the day,
I was just playing my part in celebrating the success of the trade season. Nothing special, really.
At the end of the day, nothing is never like all the way good or all the way bad. There's always just, gradients of gray on, oh, this part is, interesting how it's similar to this, and this part was very not similar, or this is accurate, but it's only representative of one small portion of the culture, and so on and so forth. Anyway, Fatutu! She's so pretty! Look at her hair! And her beautiful hair ornaments, hair decorations. Anytime a Chinese gacha game features a character whose skin is not pale white, I'm happy. Fatutu is so pretty, I know! She is not on the banner yet. She's the second half of the patch's rate-up character, so I'm saving for her. And apparently she's a really strong healer.
What could be more important than the celebration?
Her voice is kind of deep for her frame, you know what I mean?
I've never seen you sneak off on a bonfire night before.
Tutu, do you think you and your friends could fix up that old ship? I know you're close with Toa, Solane, and the rest. They always make sure their first Faust go to you. I'm sure they'd be happy to lend you a hand.
Their first Faust. I wonder what a Faust is.
And the elders like you too. I've heard many of them say they'll leave their spirit shells to you. So you can win their support too, right?
I'm trying to Google F-O-U-S, and it's not... I don't know. Oh well.
Whoa, slow down, Big Chief.
Pardon?
Are you saying you want to fix up the quick spear?
Fix up? Is it broken?
Yeah.
But why? We've kept it docked for years.
Maybe one day we'll need to set sail again. To fish or spend some time on another island.
Lusoka says my highest so far is 30 stacks. Stacks of what? Be specific. Be specific. Be specific.
But the merchants already come by every few months to bring us hollow fruits and red snappers. Why would we need to sail?
Impromptu. So like the third. Be Pacific. Hehe. Oh. But shh. So Lusoka, are you talking about the number that represents how powerful the impromptu attack is going to be? I'm assuming. Okay, now I'm going to Google Hala fruit. Ooh. Okay. So give me a second. I'm just going to have a tab open all the time. Yes. It actually kept it saved from the last time I was looking at Chrome. But this is a Hala fruit, apparently. Neat. I just like to do this when I'm playing Reverse 1999 because it's a game that has so much references to culture and history, and they just drop it here and there, and I'm like, wait, tell me more about that thing. So I can't help but Google stuff. That looks like the Earth models that is like cut in half. Doesn't it? Yeah. That totally, yeah, that checks out. Kamuta paces back and forth in front of Fatutu, the word stuck in his throat.
Yeah, but what if a storm hits? Are we just going to sit around and let the waves wash away our homes?
We've been through much worse than a few storms.
She raises her head proudly.
Remember when the waves came and took away Malaga? Haylani cried for days over that little pebble castle.
Oh! And we actually have a gacha character in this game. I think is she a 4-star or 5-star? Maybe 4-star. Leilani is from Hawaii, and the name sounds exactly like Haylani, and that's really interesting. I wonder if this is a Hawaiian story, in which case I'm so excited! I hope that a lot of it takes place on the Hawaiian Islands, and not too much on the boat. If I had to pick, I would prefer the Hawaiian Island story.
And then
I guess
that
we'll see.
strange oil polluted the water all around ITT. The only place where the water's calm enough to hold a pow-pow race. We haven't held a race since.
I'm just gonna check to see if Pow Pow Race is a thing. I don't think so. When I search Pow Pow, all I get is the name of an American basketball player, so guess not.
Then Miti and Vaipuna, but we've made it through. Because that's what we do in the face of difficulties, right? We stick together. Besides, we're doing just fine on Melly.
I don't know if any of the other Reverse 1999 heads in the chat can be on, agree with this, but for some reason I'm reminded of the Ryashiki patch, where you have like this older guy character in this community who's like, oh, trouble's on the horizon, we need to do some drastic thing, otherwise we're going to be destroyed. And then the main kind of gacha character that we are identifying with is the one who's like, no, you need to believe in our community. We're capable of fighting for our own survival. It feels like it's echoing that same kind of dynamic a little bit. So far, anyway.
What if we lose Melly to the waves as well? If it comes to that, Tutu, I need you to take everyone and leave. Find somewhere to stay for a while. Can I ask that of you?
Let's see. Sinorin says Pow Pow is a city on the Muria Island. in French Polynesia. Okay. That is interesting. So not Hawaii, but I know very little about the language families of Pacific Islander cultures. Watutu's brow furrows.
You've been acting strange, brother. Are you thinking of sneaking off and leaving us?
I'm not going anywhere. I promise.
Neither are the rest of us, brother.
No. You must get ready. Start preparing now.
Kamuta's unusual behavior leads Fatutu to make a bold guess.
Something's been bothering you since last trade season. You've been spending a lot of time at the beach, looking out to the sea. Did a witch put a spell on you?
A witch?
You better wear some malacca around your neck, and carry nip bones and doll sleeves.
What if she's talking about, Sophia or something? Super wild guess. I don't know if that's even close.
No. There's no witch. It's just something Miss Grace told me. It's been bugging me.
Do we know a Miss Grace yet? Is that someone I should recognize the name of? Maybe not.
Miss Grace? That outsider who calls herself a captain?
Oh. Wait, is that someone from the Sao Paulo chapter? We do know her? Oh dear. Miss Grace. Miss Grace. Is it Lopero's sister? Or, you know, adopted sister? I can't remember. It's not Lopero's sister? Okay. With the singing of the Nukutai, the trade festival slowly comes to an end. On the beach, the Nukutai bid farewell to their guests in twos and threes, enjoying this rare moment of leisure. That sounds so familiar.
I don't mean to alarm you,
Oh,
Mr.
it's her. Now, when did she show up? I can't remember where I know her from. I feel like I might have just seen her in advertisements on CN when she showed up in the CN version of this patch, or if we actually saw her in the global story. Argus and Tuesday event. So she did show up during that. Tuesday's Motel. Oh, man. I just can't remember details like this. The game really wants me to, but...
From now, Melly will be devoured by a tsunami.
She stands nonchalantly, as if discussing something insignificant.
Miss Grace, don't say such nonsense.
I like her, like, brooch bow thing. It's cute. Oh,
You're
let me
welcome
see.
as a guest, but that doesn't give you the right to spread fear among my people.
What did she say? Melly will be devoured by a tsunami. What the heck?
What if I told you that the sinking of Malaga and Baipuna wasn't entirely caused by the tsunami? But there were other factors at play.
Oh, I see. The little thing that's on her bonnet. It's so cute and shiny. Ooh. Are the sinking of... Are those ships that she's talking about?
It is true that the tsunami sent them into the sea.
Uh-huh.
But long before it struck,
the islands?
Foreign military forces had been eyeing the islands for their strategic value.
An island got sent to the sea? Shiny object. Just like me.
Those rumbling sounds, they weren't thunder?
Except I'm not. That's a weird lore thing that I'm making up for my PNG tuber here, is that my name is ShinyBot, but I'm like a rusty brown Star Wars robot.
They were torpedoes launched by humans.
What? She presents a thick document in her hand. What are we talking about here?
Unfortunate news regarding them.
What's happening? Kamuta grabs the cold, impersonal stack of white paper.
The area is now under martial law. Any development plans for the region should be revised accordingly. These coordinates, they cover Nukuteao.
Nukuteao is how you say it. Okay. Nukuteao. I love your PNG tuber, by the way. Super cute. Thank you so much! I drew it myself. I used to draw a whole lot back when I was still a student and in school and college and stuff, and I just haven't drawn much since then, so it was really interesting to take out the pencil again and try to make my character, because I had a very specific idea for the character that I wanted to be my PNG tuber, and I wanted to just give it a crack myself for the first version of it at the very least. Maybe in the future I'll commission an artist, because I like the idea of collaborating and commissioning other artists. But I'm happy how this came out, and also, literally, I got ideas as I was drawing it. I was like, oh, and also I'll have rats on my head. Because my robot character is like trash can shaped, and we associate trash with rats, and I love rats, so it all works. But yeah, I love rats so much. I have pet rats myself, so they're, you know, domesticated. Fancy rats is the term. That, you know, I keep them in a cage. They don't go running around everywhere. And they're really nice, wonderful pets. And I am posting pictures of my pet rats on my Discord, which is a notification-only Discord for now. So if you want, you can join that and you get notifs and stuff.
After a brief investigation,
and pictures of rats that are very
they concluded that your home is an unoccupied area suitable for their weapon testing.
Oh my gosh. That is a crazy sentence. But rats are cute, so I know, Rin, you are correct. That is a correct statement you have just said. But this sentence is crazy! Wait, I got recommended fancy rats on Instagram. They really are cute. I guess I always have to say, if anyone is ever tempted to get pet rats, keep in mind that 1, they have short lifespans, just 2 years on average, and 2, you always need to have more than one. You cannot have one pet rat by itself. It will get depression and it will die sooner. It will act like it loves you a whole lot and you'll really like it because it'll be giving you a lot of attention, but it's giving you a lot of attention because it is lonely. It needs a rat friend to be with it. Very important. And because you need multiple rats and because they have short lifespans, that means you are basically dealing with like tons of vet bills all the time. So keep that in mind. 3, 6, 12, 20. That's the maximum count for impromptu. I don't know what the 3, 6, 12, 20, like the difference between those 4 numbers is, Lusoka, but cool. Thumbs up. Anyway, back to the genocide happening in this story. Oh my gosh. Suitable for weapons testing. They concluded that the Nukutea... How do they pronounce it? Let's see... Where's the part where he says the name?
These coordinates, they cover Nukuteao.
Nukuteao.
It won't be long before they publish a report on this new test site and receive their rewards for discovering it.
The veil of nothingness was cast by our ancestors to protect us from the outside world.
Oh! This is a freaking Wakanda situation! Wow.
I never thought it would put us at risk. As chief, I must bring this to the attention of my people.
Oh.
Perhaps it's time we remove the mist. But without it, we'll draw all kinds of attention.
Kamuta clenches the report tightly in his fist.
Miss Grace, may I borrow this document? My people need to see this.
Be my guest. But you'd better persuade them quickly.
Why's that?
As far as I know, they're looking to expand the test site. It's on their agenda now.
Right. We'll have to set up a meeting with them to negotiate.
Certainly. I wish you the best of luck persuading those warmongers. And for your safety in the coming tsunami.
So... I guess we don't know how Ms. Grace knows about the coming tsunami outside of just she, you know, she's basing it off of historical records or something like that. Every nonchalant word that leaves her mouth strikes Kamuta with the shocking gravity of the situation. That's weird. Twitch, like, censored Sinorin's message, but they didn't, like, give me any reason. I guess it's because of, if you put a period, I think it's probably if you spelled Mrs. Grace with a period but no space between the period and the G. You know what I mean? It'll think that it's a URL, probably. So you should probably just spell Miss Grace without the period. That's probably the best way to do it. But I got the feeling of what you were saying. I also want to know what her motive is.
With all due respect, Miss Grace, not even the Nukutai can predict the movements of the ocean that far in advance. On what basis are you making this forecast?
Right.
It's not a forecast, Mr. Kamuta. Call it the wisdom.
Right.
Of hindsight.
She's from the future because she survived a storm and...
Or perhaps, I should put it more clearly.
Have you heard of
the storm?
The storm, like I was talking about. Yep. And there's the rain.
Kamutsa! Kamutsa! Brother!
That's not a tsunami.
The rain's getting heavier! We must go inside!
Rain blurs Kamuta's vision. He stares into the distance, his eyes widening as the frothing waves roar toward the coast. The sea level is rising. So maybe the tsunami was a part of weather events also. That's so strange because normally tsunamis are a part of tectonic activity, not weather.
It's the tsunami. It's happening.
This is so strange to me. Woo. What's that? Like the soil beneath the ever-rising waterline, Kamuta's murmured words are quickly buried. The sea has almost swallowed the whole atoll.
What's going on, Tutu? Kamuta?
A worried figure hurries over.
No time for questions, Toa. We must bring these baskets to safety.
Kotutu is already pushing as many woven baskets filled with berries and bundled material as she can up to higher ground. Her hands are a sore red, her face stamped with desperate determination. Elisbert Trelvier says, "My boy! My boy! Are you a big fan of Toa? We got a Toa stan?"
There's food and clothes in there.
Here, I'll give you a hand.
Or do you know the VA, perhaps? Oh my gosh! That was, like, I was putting things together. It's like, maybe they know the voice actor. Oh my gosh! Welcome to the chat. We found another reverse 1999 VA! Let's try to collect them all! No. We've had X's VA come by here before also. Welcome to the chat. Welcome. Let's hear that one more time. I'm sure we'll hear him again, but...
There's food and clothes in there.
Very nice. Looking forward to more Toa action.
Chief, what are you doing?
Leave them.
There's no time. We must get to the ship. Now!
Man, what must it be like to be a voice actor for a game like Reverse 1999 where, you know, there's a delay before the global release happens, you know? Because the CN version is like two and a half months off, maybe less. They're trying to speed up the patches so that we can get caught up. But even without a delay like that, when you're a VA, there's a delay before you get to hear the final product on stuff, so that must be nuts to wait and wait.
Our people still have to live after the flood's over. If we don't bring something, what are we going to eat? Or where? These things won't fall into our laps, you know.
Listen, it's different this time.
Before Kamuta can finish speaking, a few dark shadows dart out from the forest. What the heck? Whoa. Ellis Bertrelvier says, I'm actually new to the community. I had never played it until the day of my session, but it's been a vibe so far. Oh, cool! That's fun that you're actually playing the game and stuff. It has been, I'm sure it has been a vibe. It's got a unique Reverse 1999 vibe, that is for sure. Oh, that's fun. Good luck catching up on all the content, I suppose. But it's been a fun game. I'm still into it a year and 4 or 5 months later. Honestly, I was really lucky because people were streaming it on the CN server before it showed up in the States. Right, yeah. There actually are a handful. Like, there are like a couple major streamers, not major streamers, but like the more prolific Reverse 1999 streamers, like Jackazin and Steam Buns. They stream the CN version of it, I think. Jackazin does, at the very least. So yeah. Now what in the heck are these things?
Watch out!
Whoa. A row of sharp claws grazes Kamuta's back.
What are all these splinter cats doing here?
There he is! The near endless surge of critters starts to create an even greater panic.
These aren't just splinter cats. Are those Sarmatian sea snails? And crabs with ghost faces?
What in the heck?
I've never seen them all come out together before. What kind of storm is this?
In the flashes of lightning, doubt and worry flicker across Nukutai's faces.
They can sense the coming tsunami. Come! We need more hands to drive them off.
Understood.
Do we get a fight? We do! Here we go, our first combat of the event. Let's do Team 3 because I want to leave Team 1 and Team 2 slots for Limbo Team Organization. Moon-Eyed Fiddler. What in the heck are these? Chitinous status. Survives when taking a lethal attack. For each stack held, recovers 15% of own missing HP. -1 stack after trigger. So, each time... Wait. Oh, okay. Each time it takes a lethal attack, it gets rid of one of those stacks. So you really want to kill them fast, I would imagine. Let's give this a try, and I'll just use 6 as a not really healer.
Perfectly understood.
The moment of silence.
Loading.
Please,
All
allow
right.
me.
Benefit from reading.
Aim and shoot.
Easy peasy.
Victory secure. I should excuse myself.
I wish they made the fights and events a little more challenging, to be honest. Yeah. I wish that, like, when you're doing it for the story mode, it'd be cool if you could just automatically skip to the harder mode if you are a player who, you know, has a super strong team like a lot of us. Just give us the option, you know, to kind of skip ahead, and then we get the back rewards for the difficulties we got to skip. The fleeing critters surge like the tide, scattering the Nukatai. Many are left wounded.
Go! All of you! Now! Everyone get to the quick spear!
This tsunami, it's the worst I've ever seen.
I'm still confused about the whole tsunami, and like, apparently there is a hurricane slash, oh, the word is escaping me all of a sudden. Why? Ah! It's not blizzard. What's the other word for a hurricane? Oh well.
Is it true? Is this the end of Melly?
I mean, not storm. It's not tornado.
Tutu! Don't just stand there. Get over here!
From the shadows, a spiny claw. What? Typhoon! 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 Got it. Typhoon. That's it. That's it. An inky black incantation flashes past her. A familiar face appears at the highest point of the reef.
Miss Grace!
Grace surveys the scene, a gentle smile on her face. I don't know if that's how you smell it, though, not gonna lie. The typhoon spelling is correct. You got it.
Seems I'm right on time.
You're Miss Grace.
You should be more careful out here, dear. People of New Kateo, are you ready to set sail?
Set sail? The pale shadow gracefully lands beside Fatutu.
Set sail? No. You've got this all wrong, outsider. We're not going anywhere. We Nukata will not abandon our home.
The string of shells around Fatutu's neck heaves along with the defiant breaths in her chest.
Tutu, wait. Maybe Miss Grace knows a better way.
She pulls away from Kamucha's hand.
Refuse all you like, miss, but your homeland will be completely submerged before long.
Her words are light, almost careless, as they toy with this unmoving rock before her.
We appreciate your help, Miss Grace, and we'll make sure to return the favor as best we can. But we don't find your view on the situation all that convincing.
You don't, do you?
The critter, now bound by Grace's incantation, is pulled before Fatutu.
Take a look at this little creature. One of nature's many remarkable creations. It has a fitting name, too. The Moon-Eyed Fiddler. They hide themselves in the water, covering their traces with the ebb and flow of the tide. They only come ashore when the tide is high, and from there they migrate to quieter waters. To diviners and arcane dealers, they are the living gold of the ocean. But to the people who live near their regular habitats, they are an ill omen.
Right, they come to shore when there's a high tide.
Wherever they appear, floods are sure to follow.
Grace takes a few subtle steps towards Fatutu.
This tsunami is only the beginning.
I don't think that, I don't think the typhoon has anything to do with the tsunami. I'm pretty sure that weather doesn't affect tectonic activity, but we're just gonna go with it, alright? It's a fantasy game, let's just run with it. But just for the record, tsunamis are not related to weather.
Animals migrate and leave their homes behind when conditions become unfavorable. You should do the same.
It's like Miss Grace is saying everything correct, but I don't think I want to be with you particularly when I'm, you know, running away from this disaster that's happening right now. Even if you're right, that doesn't mean you're safe, you know?
Look around you. Think about your people.
The tide of critters seems to have subsided, but the Nukatai still bleed. Fatutu can clearly hear their labored sighs and gasps.
Tutu, it's okay. We know you have your reasons.
What was that sound cue? Fatutu stands frozen, the sand and gravel carried by the seawater washing over her trembling feet. Tears well up in her eyes as the mottled gray of the sky above seems to merge with the crimson ground below.
Do we really have to leave?
Grace gently adjusts Fatutu's collar, wiping the rain from her face.
The outside world is indeed full of dangers, but there is less to fear than you think. I'll help you through it.
The tide grows more turbulent, crashing against rocks and shaking the foundations of the Nukatai's homes. There's a series of crashes as coconut trees fall and earth crumbles and falls into the sea. Wow. Wow.
There it is, our ship.
Okay, did it finally stop? Nope, it's still playing without me touching anything. Oh, this is her memories. And it's fading. The life she knew is going away. All of it gone under the seas and the waves. Last Evenings on Earth. The name of the event story. Heck of a prologue, not gonna lie.
Today's headlines. A new naval testing site has been established in an unoccupied area of the Eastern Pacific Ocean to facilitate
It's still auto-playing.
armament
I'll
research
read
and development.
chat in a second. Oh. It finally stopped. Okay, I'm safe. Alright, I'm safe. Vidzis. Large earthquakes below or near the ocean floor are the most common cause, but landslides, volcanic activity, certain types of weather, and meteorites can also cause tsunamis. Certain types of weather? Wow! I want to learn about the weather-caused tsunamis. That sounds crazy. Can you imagine a weather that is fierce enough to cause a tsunami? That's terrifying. Wow. Wow. Like a landslide causing one makes sense in my head because it's like a smaller tectonic activity in a way. It's like a whole bunch of land moving when it didn't before. That would make sense. Volcanic activity, similar situation. Yeah, because the tsunami itself is just the displacement of the water. Right. Certain types of weather causing tsunamis. That's terrifying to think about what that would be like.
South America is facing a significant economic crisis marked by stagnation, inflation, and rising unemployment. The poverty rate in several regions has reached new highs in the last decade.
But yeah, color me, I was incorrect on my assumption. I guess it's just really rare. Honestly, yeah, because the weather-induced would be like a continuous thing rather than just one big impact. Yeah, I guess I'll if anyone wants to do some more research while we're in this, let us know what you find.
The Ocean Conservation Association is calling for greater attention to be paid to the oil spill near the archipelagos.
Oil spill?
Claiming that the relevant organizations have yet to launch a full investigation into the cause of the incident.
And I think we heard a sound effect that sounded like a person sitting on a couch or something.
The Free Breeze cruise ship is set to arrive in Sydney Harbour later today.
Sydney.
Astrophysicists forecast a solar eclipse this month.
Solar eclipse. We saw a solar eclipse in the trailer. Ah, this room. We've seen this room before. A hand precisely presses the little green button. And a painful wail follows.
Oh, Miss Radio!
Regulus! It's our girl. We love her so much. Aww. So glad to see her again. And her backpack falling off of her arm all the time.
How could you do this to me? Today of all days? Your bloody alarm ruined my precious holiday lying!
My apologies, Miss Regulus. But it wasn't an alarm. It was the daily news broadcast.
The swatted aside Ms. Radio seems to have a clear signal. To those new to this game, yes, we have talking inanimate objects in Reverse 1999, and you can play as them. Regulus sounds fun, I like her. She is all of the fun. She's like a pirate and a DJ, and she is obsessed with a drink called Dr. Pepper for legal reasons.
If the morning news isn't quite to your taste, I can offer a variety of alternatives, including programs on literature and music critique, Australian food, and so on.
Oh, no!
Her cry echoes through the room.
Sorry, it seems I've caught you at a bad time.
Yay! It's Ezra! Yes! Oh my gosh. I think the last time we saw Ezra was during 37's anecdote. And that was fun. But he's showing up again because now the crew is in Australia, I guess? Ezra! Ezra, having just peeked his head through the door, immediately ducks back. A one-sided conflict seems inevitable.
But please be careful, Miss Regulus. I know the LSCC encourages us to examine machines like Ms. Radio, but I don't think a violent disassembly would go down so well.
Regulus gets to her feet.
Violence? If there's any sort of violence in this room, I'm the one receiving it. Where's my justice?
Well, I'm afraid justice might be slow to come. The Australian branch is going through restructuring at the moment. Things will be put on hold for a while. In the meantime, you've been assigned to a new team, the Storm Research Group.
What? Me?
I love it when her glasses slide down her nose and when she's surprised. It's really cute. I still need to actually play the first Uluru event. Oh! Yeah, it's a thing. It's really interesting, the whole story with Spathodea and remembering ancient memories of her soul or something. That part was very interesting, and I'm still not all the way sure about how it works, but it was fun, and it was kind of heartwarming amongst all the angst around it. Like the angst from before that patch and the angst after it. What's up with Ezra's IV bag things? I believe they are related to his research of fungi. Beyond that, I'm not sure. But they are not medical IV bag things. They are scientific research tools of some kind, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, Mr. Ulrich's leading it. He made a special request for you to be on the team. He's looking forward to meeting you in person.
As you can see, there's a few fungi on Ezra's head there. And let me see. Oh, he's got little mushrooms in his tool belt also. And you can see he's got his little research journal. He's great.
What? Just like that? Didn't anyone care to ask me what I wanted to do?
Regulus's puzzled expression soon gives way to a sudden realization.
Wait, why are you telling me this now? The list of group members and the reasons for their selection have been up on Laplace's website for a week now.
I love the glasses sliding down her nose.
And today is its official founding day. You should be there, as a Laplace staff member and an important part of the new team.
What do you want to do, Regulus? No, for real, that's a good question. She seems like she would want to... You know, she kind of just changes her mind on the wind. That's her personality, I would say.
Huh?
She's probably going to hear something that makes her go, oh, actually, now I'm very interested.
Hold on a minute. As far as I'm concerned, I'm still on Team Timekeeper.
Timekeeper is the name of us, the main character. We are also named Vertin. So the main character in the story has a name and a backstory and stuff, too.
And, more importantly, I'm still on my time off.
Good to see that you actually paid attention in our last group meeting, Regulus.
There's the Timekeeper, Vertin herself. She is awesome and we love her. She's very... She's like straight, like very... What's the word I'm looking for? Straight-faced, I guess is a term. But then she's also like very on board with doing things, even if they're really crazy. The owner of the suitcase I mentioned before. Vertin, our unbothered queen. There you go. That's a good way of putting it. She's very straight. No, that's not a correct statement. I personally believe. It depends on who you're talking to, but I personally believe there's no way Vertin could be straight. But, you know.
Vertin! Oh, thank God you're here. Go on, tell them I'm still on holiday.
The fast-drowning pirate is hoping for a life preserver. Sinurin says, nah, she's not straight. Yes,
Sorry to break
we're on
it
the
to you
same
like
page.
this, Regulus, but today's our last day off.
Never forgetting Schneider. Yes, that's true. Don't give any spoilers, but yes, true. Ah.
You can't be serious.
Of course I am. Also, Mr. Ulrich has invited us to attend the ceremony in Laplace.
Mr. Ulrich, our favorite ball of goo floating, a ball of goo with ink floating inside of it guy.
Shall I give you a moment to get ready?
No!
Ah, she's so whiny right now. Is that finally it? To be continued. How long was that chapter just now? I just want to say, how freaking long was that? I would like a break now. I was waiting and waiting. Goodness gracious. I'll come back and do this extra thing once I get back. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna get up and stretch and use the restroom, get something to drink. I recommend you all do the same, and let's just meet back here in a few minutes to continue more with the event story, because I'm having fun. This is nice. It's a good time. Alrighty. With that, I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Hope everyone is having a nice time. Thank you for being here today. I appreciate you all, whether that's live or watching the VOD in the future. Welcome back to YouTube. This is a very cute little melody. Alright, unofficial map. The nameless black dots on this parchment cry out for annotations. Check the file. Excerpt from A History of Arcane Ethnicity. Due to the reclusive nature of the Nukatais, our knowledge of this enigmatic people comes only from the sparse accounts of a few trading ships that had contact with them and the legends from neighboring societies. So there were trading ships that were able to contact them, even though they had a, what did he call it? Some kind of shade pulled over them, or something. In the folklore of coastal civilizations in the South Pacific, there are often tales of shell people, or hermit crab people. These beings, dressed in shells and living in the water, are depicted as otherworldly ocean emissaries or guardians. They offer advice and guidance to the protagonists in these stories, or help those lost at sea. With the Age of Exploration, the veil, that's what it was. The veil over these mysterious figures was lifted, and a small island named Nukutao, known for its production of mystical and esoteric crafts, became a topic of intrigue among adventurers in taverns. Consequently, the intrusion of explorers and trading ships seems to worry the Nukutides, and record from that period show they gradually vanished from the pages of history. Okay. They employed some form of arcane skill to conceal the island's exact location, ensuring their homeland never appeared on any official map. Today, with the advancements in maritime technology and increasing global communication, it is only a matter of time before the island of the Nukatais is rediscovered. The author can only hope that this inevitable encounter will not bring undue harm to the Nukatais, wishing that they can integrate into the global community through peaceful and friendly exchanges. May the final chapter of this age of exploration conclude with harmony. Interesting. And what's up here? The shop. We have a signature side tube for Barcarola. Do we get... Yes! At the very least, I want this cassette tape. I love how they have cassette tapes for the music. Cassette tapes is what I used to listen to music on. You see how it has two little holes here? And inside the little holes are the little tiny, like, cut-off spokes of a wheel. It's like there's spokes of a wheel that got cut off and there's no center to them. And you see there's a black ribbon coming out of it. That's bad. You don't want that to happen. You want the ribbon to stay inside of the cassette. And it gets read by the machine that you plug this into. It makes a ka-chunk sound when you put it in. And that's what a cassette tape is called. That's what a cassette tape looks like. That's how I listened to music when I was growing up. And then CDs were a thing. And now it's like hard to find computers that have CD drives on them. So that's just the weirdest thing for me to grow up and experience. Let's see, before I get further, what else do we get? More Sharpened Dante. Daily rewards. And complete chapter. Oh, they're called chapters? That's so weird to me. We have more than one thing that's called a chapter in this game. That's confusing. Cassette tapes were just fading out when I was young. It was CDs from like my preteens onward. I see. I think it was CDs from my teens onward. I would say. Yeah, like my first CD, I had two CDs stick out in my mind as being the first 2 CDs I ever had. One of them was a Celine Dion CD, and the other one was a Boyz II Men CD. So that was a good, that's a good example of what the music was that I was listening to back then. But before then, when I was growing up as a kid, I would listen to kid cassette tapes. I completely forgot to touch the wilderness before I dove into the event story. So let's do this real quick, and then I'll get started on the next part of the event story. I wish there was music here. I think there's music, but it's just really quiet. I wish it was louder. Very, very quiet here. We had VCR for quite a while. Yes! I remember VCR. And I would tape stuff. I would tape episodes of Digimon so I could watch them later, because my parents would force me to turn the TV off and come to the table to eat breakfast. At least I think I remember that's what happened. Parents, if you're watching this, I'm sorry if I'm remembering things wrong. It was a long time ago. Memories are not super reliable. I remember watching movies on cassettes, but that might have been because they were left over from my older brother. Yeah, totally. Like, even after, you know, overall movies moved over to DVDs, that didn't mean that VHS tapes just disappeared. They still existed. I still have just a couple VHSs left in my collection. It took a long time to get rid of a bunch of it, and I do still have a couple that I still hold on to. I probably don't need to, because by now I've already gotten the DVD version of those movies. But it's like, man, it's hard to get rid of this. It's like an artifact of a time before. That should be good enough. The Crystal Coconut Donkey Kong tape was our favorite growing up. Crystal Coconut Donkey Kong tape? Oh, now I am curious about that. What is that? Legend of the Crystal Coconut. Wow. Yeah, I think I still have the Lilo and Stitch cassette lying around here somewhere. Oh my gosh, the cassette of Lilo and Stitch. Wild. I remember seeing that movie in theaters. That's a really fun part about Reverse 1999, is some of the history they're diving into is really recent and actually a part of my childhood, which is crazy to think about.
Ah, such great weather. Perfect for a game of football. Who's up for a match?
Wait a second. Have I had the game volume lower than I meant to? I'm sorry if I did. I'll keep on messing with it, I guess. I'm gonna listen to the VOD later and be like, I should have left it alone! Dang it! Alright, alright. Okay. I think we're about ready. Okay, well, one thing. I'll do my Numa analysis before I forget today. This is how the auto battle system works in the game, if you haven't played before, by the way. Once you have a run that you're satisfied with, it basically saves the fastest run for that stage. And then when you want to do more of that stage later, you can auto battle and it'll play that fastest version of your run in this feed. So you do have to watch the animation play out. It's not like an automatic, like, boom, you have the drops. You have to watch it play, but it's faster than something like Genshin Impact or Honkai Star Rail. Yeah! The moth creature looks cool. Yeah! I am quite pleased with the monster design in this game. It's not like out of this world nuts crazy, like best, most creative stuff in the world, but it's still pretty nice. I'd give it a solid A. Alrighty. Oh, I didn't read the little description underneath the event. Have the strings ever plucked the heart's tune? In the night, waves drift south beneath the moon. In the distance, travelers sail, their home lost too soon. Alright. Oh my gosh! This is the fastest event we've had so far! 26 days? Oh my gosh. Usually it's at least 30. Goodness gracious. I really like Infinity Nikki's take on the boss stuff. You just kill it once, then spend X amount of clears worth of the resin material. I know! I wish that's how all games were, honestly. Do you have a favorite character? I couldn't say that I have a #1 favorite character. Every time people ask this, I'm like, I can't really say that one is particularly, like, my favorite more than others. I like them different amounts for different reasons. I could say that there's some that I like more than the main, like, fandom seems to like them. Like, I don't know. I'm obsessed with Ezra. I think Ezra's just freaking adorable. By the way, this is that mushroom kid we saw during the story. There we go, that's what I wanted to do. This is how he looks when you have him at Insight 2. When you're at Insight 2, you get to unlock a new outfit for all the characters. There is a dog in this game, and I'm really sad that there aren't more animal characters, but Pickles here is based off of a real dog in history who found a stolen Rimmet cup in the United Kingdom back in the 60s or 70s or something. Really happened, really was a border collie. And he is a character in this game. And in this game, Pickles has a special talking robot. I don't know where it is. Wait. If we go here, you can hear the robot talk.
The puppy
is
delighted by your visit. He is about...
So, the little communicator helps Pickles talk in this game. Hello, I'm trying to avoid spoilers, but I hope the story is fun. Yes! We did the first chapter, and it took forever. It took a long time, actually. But thanks for stopping by and saying hello! And yes, please do avoid spoilers. It is highly possible that their offer will result in the corruption of Puppy Warrior's independent will. Of course, they also work on a puppy philosophers. Oh, and also Pickles is a genius, and okay, chat, tell me, what is Pickles' gender? I could swear that Pickles was a girl dog, but the robot says he, and I'm not sure if that's correct or not. I don't know. Part of Pickles' character is that everyone's always assuming things about Pickles. So I don't know. Timax, how you doing? Good to see you in the stream. Hope you're having a good day. I do lose hair regularly. I'm very sorry about your floor. I think the IRL Pickles was male, but I could be wrong. Oh, I wonder. Pickles is ever-changing. Maybe that's it, yeah. I thought he was referred to as a male in the story. Also, hello! Hello! I'm sure that Pickles was referred to as a male, but also Pickles is referred to in lots of ways that Pickles seems to disagree with, and it's like a constant part of Pickles' character, so I don't know if I can trust that. You know what I mean? I guess it's a mystery. In that case, I'd say, yeah, time for us to head on to Chapter 2. It's weird. The game calls things chapters in the bigger sense if you're looking at the main story sections. Those are chapters. You have Chapter 1 is a big, huge thing. So I like to call these parts instead of chapters. So I'm going to call this Part 2. Alright, Free Breeze. Ah, the sea breeze, the freedom and the last day of vacation already slipping away. And it looks like of the meeples we've got Regulus, we've got Mr. Apple, and we've got Barcarola, I would assume. Yep, okay, yeah, we're starting the story. I hope to see you soon, Chameleon! Have a good day! Run, run! Let me see here. I don't recognize any of the rest of these meeples. Maybe we'll put character names to faces to meeples once the story begins. But here we go. Really curious about this ship. I want to know what the ship is called and whether it's based on... Oh yeah, it's called the Free Breeze. That's what they called it in the trailer. Is that based on a real boat?
Captain, we seem to have deviated from our route to Laplace.
Now I'm looking at the clothing of the people in the background, and it definitely looks more modern. But the ship is really old-fashioned, so that's weird. The road to the LSCC is ever fraught with obstacles.
A great pirate, Mr. Apple, doesn't simply rely on her compass. She must listen to her heart too.
Ah, this Apple thought you were trying to slip away to make the most of your final day off.
Well, that too.
Like Odysseus returning victorious from the Trojan War, Regulus nimbly dives into one vortex after another.
Come get your sucker rat whiskers all the way from Brazil. Perfect for brewing a chill wind elixir. Only 185 sharpadontes.
Are we in Australia or no?
See anything you like? You won't find a better price anywhere.
This is a good price. Do you have more of this stuff? Show me everything you've got.
Captain, might I remind you that Miss Sotheby is not travelling with us at this time?
Oh, so we can't rely on Miss Sotheby's money? That's so funny.
Oh yeah, you're right.
How much money has she borrowed from her? Girl. The temptations before them seem to be endless. A street artist sings as paint flies through the air, almost splashing onto Regulus's sunglasses. Aww. Borrow implies paying back. It does.
Alright, mate. Whoa, love the colours. How about bringing in some pop art? Trust me, it'll take it to a whole new level. You should come visit London sometime. We've got some seriously groovy art on the streets.
Pop art? That's a bit dated, don't you think?
What?
I beg your pardon?
What year is from Regulus from, and what year are we in right now? Just as Regulus rolls up her sleeves, ready for a tussle, a not too distant cheer grabs her attention.
Did you hear that? We better go over there and check it out, Mr. Apple.
What is it? Could it be Manus Vindictae?
Manus Vindictae is the name of the bad guys. But they're also kind of like, are they the bad guys? Like, they are the bad guys, but also there's the whole, like, gray morality, and, like, they're just trying to liberate arcanists and stuff and things, and provide solutions. Regulus is from the 1960s, I think. Oh! Wait, is she really that early? 60s? I guess she is from Pickles' era, right? And Pickles was 60s or 70s, I was just talking about. So yeah! No, you're totally right. I think this event is taking place in the 90s. So she definitely would be dated. Okay.
Miss Burton did caution us against the Manus followers we might encounter in Australia.
No.
And we are
it's
in Australia.
Much more important than that.
Huh? What is this? Is it Barcarolla's instrument? Looked it up, she's from 1966. Okay! So, the second half of the 60s, I guess? I still don't think that instrument would work. But it's a fantasy, we're moving on. That instrument would sound terrible, I almost guarantee it. But with the magic of Arcane Arcane.
Welcome to the greatest sail-away party in all Australia. For those of you who haven't signed up for the trip, think again. This is the ultimate sailing experience. Relaxation, food, drink, and music. Don't miss out.
Woo! Fantasy instruments are always a little bit silly. They sure are. I can't help but be grumpy about it because I grew up playing the violin, so I have a connection to string instruments, and she even is holding a bow in her hand. Also, that is a crazy looking bow. Why is the frog is both non-existent and also too long at the same time? And she's holding it by the horsehair.
About to set sail.
How many playable Italians are there now? Oh, is Barcarolla Italian? Oh, I guess the name is Italian, isn't it?
Don't need to worry about currency exchange, whether it's Australian dollars, Sharpodontes, arcane materials, or a rare collectible item. All are welcome in exchange for a ticket of equal value. A small price to pay for an unforgettable journey with the talented multi-instrumentalist Barcarolla and her fantastic crackling box.
The cheers grow louder and louder.
We've also prepared a little gift for our most enthusiastic guest. A free cruise ticket!
That's what I'm talking about.
This apple should have known better.
Ladies and gentlemen, the party starts now. Put your hands together for the enchanting Miss Barcarolla and her captivating melodies.
Woohoo!
She's gonna cheer as loud as she can. Compliments gush from the ticket seller's mouth as the star at the center of the stage subtly turns her face away. Aww.
You're much too kind, Mr. Hamish, saying all these wonderful things about
Hamish.
me. But I'm only a cruise musician.
It's thanks to the collective efforts of the whole crew that the Free Breeze has been so successful. I just feel privileged to be a part of it.
I know you want to stay humble, Miss Barcarola, but there's no reason to be so modest. Many of our guests come aboard just to hear you play, and I'm sure there will only be more in the future. So what's the harm with hyping the crowd up with a little round of applause?
Oh, she's a
Well,
musician who
if
doesn't
it's
want to
for the
be
ship,
famous.
I suppose I can handle a little publicity.
Of course you can. And you deserve it too. By the way, do you know the guest over there? She's very, enthusiastic.
What's Regula's doing? She follows the direction he's pointing to find a particularly lively duo among the crowd. A girl dressed in red and blue and a floating apple.
Been drumming up the crowd. Sold us a load more tickets. We've never sold out so quickly.
Alright, everyone, listen up. I've got some exciting news to share.
She's a DJ, so she's really good at hyping up musicians.
This piece of paper in my hand could be your ticket to an incredible seafaring adventure. Just think about the cool breeze, the spruced up cruise
She's
ship,
selling
and
the trip.
awesome music. What more could you ask for? This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance for a trip you'll never forget.
This is great! Regulus really gets to have the limelight for this story. It feels like it's been a while since she's been, like, center stage.
So, let's get buzzing! Throw your hands in the air and your coins out of your pockets and let your dreams come to life. Let's hear those coins jingle and fill your spirit soar!
The cheering grows louder and louder.
Is she a local? Australians are known for their sunny disposition.
No one knows her, miss. But to be honest, I'd love to invite her to join the crew. If only the captain weren't so picky with the new recruits.
She nods approvingly at the freely dancing figure and clutches her crackling box tighter to her chest.
I know what you mean. Her enthusiasm is infectious. Maybe her energy would wake up our stuffy new captain.
Oh.
I'll never understand why the captain fired the old crew and hired a load of people who don't seem to have any clue about music. All they do is make noise, and not the good kind either.
Oh, so there's an expectation that the crew be musicians? Or does she mean a crew like the orchestra crew? Several startled gazes land on Barcarola.
We better keep it down, miss. They'll hear us.
He turns, peeking in the direction of the ship before awkwardly retracting his neck.
We didn't hear any dissenting opinions about our captain now, did we?
Oh gosh. Sounds like a mob member.
Of course not.
The crew members glance at each other awkwardly, coughing softly to urge the embarrassing moment to pass quickly. Okay, that's an interesting atmosphere. Guests come and go, and the melodies continue one after another. Eventually, the sail-away party comes to an end.
Captain, if I may, perhaps it's time we made our way to La Place.
Come on, Mr. Apple. The crowd's going crazy for us. Can't you see how close we are to winning that free ticket?
I suppose you're right, Captain. But the crew seems to be packing up for the day.
They what?
Regulus quickly intercepts the cruise team before they can make their way back on the ship.
Oh, can I help you? I'm afraid Miss Barcarola won't be signing any more albums today.
What about my free ticket? Wasn't I the most enthusiastic guest tonight?
What? Wasn't she?
Sorry, miss. But the most enthusiastic guess was really just a turn of phrase.
What are you saying, my dude?
We're nearly sold out tonight, and bookings are still coming in. I don't think we can spare a ticket for you. Come by next time, and we'll see what we can do.
I'm gonna call my lawyer. You frickin' said, I do not buy one bit of that bullcrap. Jesus.
Easy, Captain. They never really explained what they meant by the most enthusiastic guest. We're in no position.
It was gonna be like a casual little contest, that's all. And they just pick someone random and whatever. But if they're not giving out any free tickets, that's the problem. Regulus glances around. The once bustling crowd has dwindled to just a few scattered passers-by. Clearly, there is no one present to uphold justice for her. That stinks! That stinks! Stinketh. To the highest degree.
Scam. I'm filing a complaint. Just you wait and see.
I'm with you,
Your
Regulus.
frustrations. The ship is sailing
I often
in just a
am,
couple of
honestly.
days. Even if you file a complaint right at this moment, we won't hear a thing from the tourist office before we set sail.
At least give them some bad press for what they did. She made you so much money. Barbarella frowns and pulls the crewman aside.
I feel bad for her, Mr. Hamish. And just think how this will affect our reputation.
That's what I'm
With
saying.
your consent, I'd like to offer this young lady a ticket and a stay in my cabin. I'll be more than happy to pay for her.
You've done this so many times, Miss Barcarola.
No, you've done this so many times, I bet. I guarantee it.
I'm afraid I have to turn you down. You know the new captain won't exactly be thrilled to have a freeloader on the ship.
She's not a freeloader. She got you so many people signed up.
But
I bet. Gonna leave this guy a 1-star review on Yelp. That's right. Even though it hasn't been invented yet. Regulus barges between the two muttering colleagues.
So, how much longer do you need to think up an excuse?
All right. In view of your outstanding enthusiasm, we offer you a special gift for your help with our event.
That's right.
There. Thanks for your support.
What is it? A stack of souvenirs, quote unquote. Barbarella pulls out a marker and cries out after her. What?
I'm so sorry about all this, Senora. I hope this will compensate for it.
A stack of souvenirs is thrust into Regulus's arms. Dejected, she turns to leave. She gave up, man.
Huh?
She's not
I
impressed.
hope we can see each other again. Preferably soon.
What?
13% off. That's such a crappy percentage off. Man. That's why I don't go on cruises. Rip-offs, a lot of them. No, actually I don't go on cruises because I think they are Earth destroyers. Probationary assessment. Regulus. Codename Regulus. Time employed, 11 months. Project team. The Storm Research Group. Unregistered. What? Unregistered? No! What do you mean unregistered? They're totally, like, official and stuff. We had an entire chapter of the story about it. Whatever. I don't go on cruises because they cost like $1 bazillion. Yeah. Ugh. Man. We were kind of close to trying out the cruise, but not really a cruise. That was the Star Wars Hotel. But we ended up not going for it because it was so expensive! Even more expensive than normal cruises. And then it turned out it was an enormous scam, or basically a scam. You know, it was a huge flop. With, like, enjoyable features, but just there's no possible way any of the stuff that it actually gave could be worth the amount of money they charged. Just watch Jenny Nicholson's video to find out more. That looked fun, but yeah, basically a scam. Yeah! Performance review. And a bunch of it's crossed out. Interesting. No accomplishments! They crossed out research on the influence of light and sound waves on emotion control in crowds. I think that's a reference to the Pickles event. Safety verification of St. Pavlov's Foundation's communication equipment. I'm not sure what that's a reference to. Exploration of the possibility of communication without numbers with the School of Apeiron. Right, so that's the island. Pavlov is definitely a dog thing. Oh, well, true, but St. Pavlov Foundation is actually the name of a entity in the world of Reverse 1999. And they do stuff related to... When they talk about the foundation, they're talking about the St. Pavlov Foundation. And that's the foundation that gave Vertin her whole storm research group situation, or at least allowed her to continue doing it. Yeah, it's lore. Probationary experience. Assisted the timekeeper in investigating the storm. Consistently on the front lines of responding to the storm, and have experienced 3 storms. 3 of them now, huh? Man. These experiences provided invaluable data for Laplace's storm research. During this operation, her numerous active contributions have brought a wealth of inspiration to colleagues. Why do they keep crossing things out to make her sound less cool? In interactions with the St. Pavlov Foundation and the School of Apeiron, she has displayed outstanding negotiation skills, making her a mainstay member of the Timekeeper Squad. And this is all blacked out. Evaluators' comments. Alright, enough with the charade. The only thing in this document that she actually provided herself is this photo. I'll let her join the research group as a formal researcher, but she will not receive any benefits until she personally fills in all the blanks on this form. And that's Ulrich. The blanks on the form. It almost looks like someone else, like, scratched out things on the form or something. Oh, very curious. Now, I don't want my energy to cap out, so I'm just gonna do a quick little run. And then we'll do the next part. Bam.
Program activated.
Until the torch is
Eliminate
lit.
targets. Aim and shoot.
I'm really curious about how this story is gonna involve Fatutu at some point.
Barrage.
And then Miss Grace is showing up at some point.
Victory secured. I should excuse myself.
Got rid of that spam message. Alright.
Such great weather. Perfect.
More clear drops. Level 2. More sharpened Dante. How many pulls do I have now? Let's find out. No! I didn't mean to do that. Whatever. It's fine. I have 55 pulls. 10 plus 45. I will continue saving! I could see myself doing one 10 pull for Barcarola just as a gesture of goodwill and love for fellow string players out in the world. Would probably just hold it to that and no more. Alright, part 3, and I think this might be the last part I do for this stream. We'll see. Depends on how fast it goes. Ooh. The glass tank leans forward. Oh, the glass tank leaning forward! That's probably Ulrich, whose head is a big glass ball with liquid inside of it. Ferrofluid, apparently. And it has black goo in the middle of the fluid that moves around depending on what his emotions are. That's how he shows emotion. The ferrofluid pauses at the information presented before it.
So, they gave you this flyer at the sail-away party?
There he is! It's our boy Ulrich! I like this character. I would not mind him becoming a gacha character in the future.
Not just that one, there's a whole stack of them!
All right, Researcher Regulus. I think I've got everything down. Let's run through it again. Researcher Regulus suffered horrendous mistreatment during the pre-sale event of the Free Breeze, which has had a significant psychological impact on her. In order to recover from this traumatic event, she formally requests
a 1-year advance on her salary and 15 days of leave. The funds are to be used solely to book passage on a cruise trip, with the goal of replacing her negative experience from the pre-sale event with a more positive one.
That checks out. Absolutely. Sign it. Send it. The ferrofluid remains still for a long moment.
I can
There he
see that
is.
bottle of artificial tears in your hand, Regulus. Please put it away. There's no need for dramatics.
And you can see his whole outfit here. We got to see him a lot during, I think it was chapter 7 of the main story. And it was very cool and awesome and great. Yeah.
Thank you, Ulrich. I knew there was a soft spot underneath all that metal.
Not so fast, Regulus.
Sir
I never
Isdalt,
said
it's
I agreed to
true.
your
Like,
request.
I never noticed that before. I showed him just now. Is this what he always looked like, everybody? Has he always had the you know, Dorito chip shape?
No? Why? I'm a researcher just like anybody else, aren't I? Shouldn't Laplace be looking out for my well-being?
Regulus, you've been working in Laplace for 11 months now, and you still haven't submitted your performance appraisal or published a single valid project result.
I feel like Ulrich is the last person to complain to, because he's very much like always getting on other people's cases about things.
In other words, you haven't completed your probationary period, so you can't get the benefits of a full-time employee.
Yeah, the animation when he talks, it's so cool how they animate his face.
And to top it all off, you didn't even show up to register at the First Storm Research Group meeting.
You missed a meeting. Oh, how could you? In the face of such overwhelming evidence, there's no room for rebuttal.
Well,
Her protestation has grown noticeably weaker.
Please save me the excuses. There's still a chance for you to turn things around. You can take another assessment. We'll use the results to make up for the assessments you've missed. It'll be crucial for your performance review and, consequently, your employee benefits.
Bring it on.
Easy there, Researcher Regulus. You're taking a test, not going to war.
Ulrich turns and reaches into a bookshelf. Clearly he is prepared for such an outcome. Document after document is pulled from the bookshelf and placed on the table until Regulus can no longer see above them. I love how the camera keeps panning up.
You said it was just a test.
I did, and I meant it. This is just some light reading, for you to reference during the test. And this is the test. The numbers on this paper may appear random, but they're actually an encrypted code. Your task is to figure out what the message is.
That's not what she's good at.
You can use the computer to help you, and you might find some useful books and papers in the second drawer on your left. The instructions for the computer and a guide on how it works are all in there.
Timex says, I of course won't spoil anything, but this is a great side chapter. Okay, I'm glad. I'm excited. This is something I'd enjoy solving. Oh yeah, I would give it a try for like 5 minutes and then I'd probably get frustrated and leave.
Given its difficulty, there is no time limit for this test. Best of luck, Researcher Regulus.
I just don't have the patience. He exits, leaving Regulus to her mathematical prison.
You better keep your word, Ulrich, or you'll be no different than those sailors.
Oh, have I been pronouncing his name Austrian or something?
At
I
least
thought it was
they
Ulrich.
didn't torture me with maths. Lend me your strength, Brian May, Jim Morrison, Frank Zappa.
She's obsessed with her vinyl records.
Oh, God!
How much time has passed? Vidze says, I love numbers and logic puzzles. I thrive on it. I admit, though, I've been getting really into Sudoku recently. But that's only because I was finally able to figure out that I was missing part of how the puzzles worked when they first got, you know, big a decade ago or something. And I didn't get into it back then, but I finally figured out that I was missing part of the information about how to solve the puzzle. And once I had that figured out, now I've been going on a huge Sudoku binge. CH is pronounced similarly to just an H. Really? Interesting. That's very funny, LOL. Yeah. If anyone's curious, I didn't do Sudoku puzzles for the longest time because I didn't realize that not only is 1 through 9 present in every row and column, I didn't know that 1 through 9 is present in every 3x3 block. I was missing that part of it. So once I figured that out a few months ago, this late into my life, now I'm like, oh, okay, this is fun. Regulus has lost all concept of it. Oh, we're in the Matrix! Oh my gosh. Endless numbers dance before her eyes, spinning and blurring together. It's like she's descended into some kind of cursed land of numbers. Oh, poor thing.
Not going to war.
Oh.
Captain, this apple has an impression on this.
Okay.
Maybe you were their target because you are an irrational number.
Oh, that's 37. 37 said that
Is it
to
really
Regulus.
unsolvable?
37 talks weird, that's all.
Are you scared?
Captain!
Follow me, Regulus.
Best of luck, Researcher Regulus.
What is this scene? Did you think they were just really hard to solve, or did you have some notion that you were missing something? I thought that they were kind of hard and that I was stupid. I have low self-esteem about my intelligence, and I just kind of was like, well, okay, this will cause me suffering, so I'm gonna run away from it, and yeah. And like, nobody knows what information you're lacking about something, and you don't know what information you're lacking either, so you're kind of stuck, you know? And I run into that with video games too, where it's like, I don't know that I'm missing some kind of information, and if I'm stuck somewhere, it's because I'm lacking this piece of information, and other people also don't know that I'm missing some kind of information, and they just see me and they're like, wait, what's the problem? So that's where streaming is kind of nice, because I get to show people the screen of the video game I'm playing, and they can figure out what's wrong. So literally, that's part of why I'm streaming. Or at least that's one of the benefits of streaming. I miss my daughter 37. I know! By the way, there's characters with names that are numbers in this game, for people that are new to the game, for Reverse 1999. There's a character named 37, and there's a character named 6.
Where am I? Who am I?
Oh, Regulus. In her days, she's brought back to her days in Aperin. So Aperin is an island of these people that, like, dress like it's ancient Greece, and they think that the world and everything is ruled by numbers, and numbers is a religion to them. So that's kind of probably why she's thinking about Aperon. Yes, 100%. I've run into situations similar to that, and I've started to over-explain to cover all potential missed info. Yeah! Oh, over-explain in chat, you mean? Yeah, that totally makes sense. And then it's frustrating because, like, when people explain stuff, I'm like, well, I knew that part. You didn't have to explain that. But, like, really, you know, people are trying to cover their bases. It totally makes sense. Yep. Trying to find that piece. Trying to find that piece that's missed.
Why is this happening to me? Is this some kind of cruel joke from that apparel lot?
This realization seems to clear her mind for a moment. There's no escape from those mathematical demons.
Somebody! Anybody! Help me! Please!
Regulus, are you having a panic attack? Take a moment and take a breath. Look around the room and identify some objects you see and describe them to us. Oh, she's really doing it! And now I think we're about to do it. Funny you mentioned Sudoku. Oh! All of my training will help me out with this puzzle. Pushes glasses up nose. Stay calm, Regulus. Don't be fooled by that walking fish tank. This is just an itty-bitty little test from Laplace, not the end of your life. I get it now. I just need to add some lines to the border. Ulrich must be reminding me to follow Laplace's rules. Who cares? It literally is. That is the funniest thing. Oh, I can provide a little bit of fun trivia, because I sort of speak Japanese. Mostly. Kind of. Not really practiced at it, but I just watch a lot of anime and that helps me keep it up. Sudoku is a word made from the words for number and solve. Su is number and doku is solve. Doku can mean other things. Doku can also mean poison and other things, but obviously in the context of this word, Sudoku, that's what it means. This is awesome, actually. Side note, I really like that you are summing up info that new people, me in this instance, gives some nice end context. I'm glad! I figure, you know, if you're in chat and you're new to the game, I might as well provide some context. I was dying when you were talking about it. Oh man, you did a great job of keeping it secret. Thank you so much, Timax. This was a perfect surprise. Number solve, exactly. Just fill in the numbers 1 through 9. Aw, this is so great. It's literally all solved for me though. I'm used to much more difficult ones. Maybe it'll get more difficult as we go forward. Is Regulus just gonna be stuck in this office for a whole bunch of this? And every once in a while we'll check in on her and do another of these? I just need to add a 9. Yeah, honey. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait. Oh, I did that wrong. Undo. You got this, Regulus. Lol, no problem. Nah, so much better to experience it for yourself than have someone spoil it. 100%! Yes! Alright. And that's a 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's another one down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yay! I'm sure we'll come back and do more of those. That is hilarious! I literally just did a little bit of Sudoku before Reverse 1999 this past Monday, or maybe last Friday. That's hilarious. Ulrich opens the door and takes Regulus' scribbled piece of notepaper.
Glad to see you're still in high spirits, Researcher Regulus. But this doesn't add up. I gave you an encrypted code, not a Sudoku puzzle.
Oh. What?
What do you mean?
Regulus looks as though she's just been struck by lightning.
Come on, get yourself together.
What?
The 9th storm has passed, Researcher Regulus. You've had plenty of time to brush up on your math.
I don't do that in my free time. Ulrich strides over, picking up a paper from the desk on his way.
All right, let me explain. All you have to do is a basic decode and transcription of the result using the Laplace encryption key. See how the fourth from last digits have changed? There are no numbers greater than 24 within the 17th interval, and those in the 18th interval don't exceed 59. So, if we make a bold assumption here, these numbers have probably been coded using Laplace's nomenclature, where the codes of time are always placed between the 12th and 18th intervals. You'll see this a lot here. We use them for ships, satellites, manpower arrangements, and such. Finally, we input the result into the Laplace astronomy database to see if we find any matches, and there. A set of photos taken from space.
What?
Huh?
Regulus is me. I am her.
Are you telling me I spent the whole day doing this just to find a few photos?
These aren't just any photos, Researcher Regulus. Take a closer look.
Okay.
The first picture was taken on December 2nd, 1995, the day the Solar and Heliospheric Observatory was launched.
That's nice. She's never experienced that before. Hoover continues to deliver a flurry of information.
The second picture was taken on June 25th, 1997, during a period of sunspot activity. The third one is from November 21st, 1998. It's an image of the first satellite ever deployed from a space station.
Oh. I wonder if I was paying attention to that when that was happening in real life. Because I would have been old enough to be paying attention a little bit. I don't know. Maybe.
And the fourth is from December the 28th, 1999.
Ooh.
Is that a rugby game?
What?
Yes. Looks like it was the last one held in that stadium in Melbourne. The place is just a commercial district now.
Oh, okay, what do we think about his pronunciation there? I've been told that it's pronounced Melbourne. He said Melbourne. I don't know. I was not in the womb yet. I'm old, I know. Y'all making me feel so old. I mean, we're on Twitch, Timex. We need to get used to it. We're the old people. It is the truth of the matter, and it is our duty to accept it. Fair. I think Melbourne is correct, but I don't know.
But, wait. This isn't right.
If
you're suggesting what I think you are, then these next photos are...
I'm 23, surely not that far off.
That's right. From the fifth photo onward, we can't pinpoint their exact time or location, but it seems they involve Halley's Comet, 136199 Eris and the Kuiper Belt, the Uluru Games, and a rock festival.
He said Halley's Comet. I know it as Halley's Comet. Isn't it pronounced Halley's Comet? And these are things that happened after 1999. And 1999 is when the first storm happened, and it reversed time. And thus, we've never been able to go beyond 1999 in the story, in the world in this story. You're not getting my age. No, sir.
There are more. Take a look at these timestamps.
I was supposed to be born on a certain day on September 2001, but I stayed inside till October. Oh my. Oh my. Yeah, I was alive at that point.
February 9th, 2001. October 21st, 2003. November 2005.
And the last one's from April the 16th, 2007.
So, how did these photos get taken? And how do we know that's when they were taken? Are we sure? Mysterious. Very mysterious. Ulrich looks out to the endless blue of the sky outside.
This proves one thing. Before all our struggles to study and control the effects of the storm...
Oh, and by the way, if you're a minor, you don't tell people your age. Don't even. Just don't. Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. We don't want people to target you because you're, you know, a minor. So it would be safer for you to keep it to yourself. Thumbs up. Yep.
This pioneer crossed the storm unscathed and sent us these images.
The storm, that heavy topic. Once again, it rears its ugly head, mocking anyone who dares to make sense of its absurdity.
But...
thankfully, there will always be someone who doesn't bend to its desires.
why are you telling me all this? Did everyone else's assessments turn into some kind of top-secret briefing?
No, wait, what did Ulrich say? Before our struggles to study and control the effects of the storm, this pioneer crossed the storm unscathed, so didn't get reversed, and sent us these images? What? What? That doesn't make sense. Ah, whoops. Because, like, even if the person survived the storm unscathed, the world would have been reversed. But those are pictures of the world. So, like, I don't get it. That doesn't make sense.
All I wanted was an advance on my salary.
Regulus is like, I'm happy for you, but the ferrofluid gives a stifled pang. Why does he do that?
Just for once, could you see the bigger picture here? We've been presented with an amazing opportunity, and all you can think about is your salary?
Yes. Yes. I want to get paid. Give me my money. Reverse time stuff gives me headaches. For real. For real. We're a family type beat? Wait, what do you mean by that? We're a family type beat. Like what Ulrich was arguing? That she should care more about what's going on in the bigger picture? Minds come together here to help those in the highest positions reach informed conclusions. The topic of this brainstorming session is, how did this pioneer... like your boss saying that employees are family and shouldn't solely care about pay. Yes! Oh my god, the corporate atmosphere type of deal. Oh my gosh. They install, like, a foosball toy in the employee break room or something. Yay, that's what you get instead of a bonus or something. This company is a family. Never listen to a company that says that. Even if it's a small company, don't listen to that. Is it possible that this is just a prank, like a cipher game created by one of us, accompanied by fake photos and data? An indifferent researcher shrugs. Then go and write a detailed report on who you think is pulling the prank, one every week, until someone confesses to being behind it. That's an abuse of power! The researcher who intended to remain silent slams the table. Alright, I have a thought. The storm rewinds people into disappearance, but some things that inherently exist longer might not be completely reversed. This pioneer could be some kind of man-made satellite that regularly sends data, and the storm rewinds it to an older version but doesn't affect its operation. I don't get that either. We've already experienced 2 periods as far back as the beginning of the World War I. No man-made satellite should even exist at that time. I've got it, it's aliens! Aliens are crossing the storm and sending us some kind of signal. It's not surprising at all that they have technology immune to the storm among their advanced space tech, right? A researcher with a fanciful imagination raises his hand. Damn it, we don't have time to verify baseless hypotheses such as these. The man-made satellite theory might just be a reasonable hypothesis. Maybe the internal structure of the satellite just happens to form a knot-like structure. So there was a knot that was a part of being protected from the storm in the main story a little ways back. Don't worry about it, but if you can make this knot, it's a special knot that actually, like, becomes a representation of a mathematical equation, and that equation protects the person from being reversed by the storm, is the idea. Many of the satellites launched by the place have adopted arcane techniques, theoretically capable of activating the immunity spell. So that's the calculation I was talking about, is the immunity spell, basically. The researcher, feigning seriousness, rests his chin on his hands. It's a good direction, but your reasoning is too idealistic. Let's proceed in the premise that there exists a satellite capable of gaining immunity to the storm and investigate further, regardless of the principles behind all this. Now, everyone, spread out and check every satellite in the place's history. If this hypothesis is confirmed, it could be another significant breakthrough in our storm research. I still don't get why, even if the satellite survives the storm, like, the world gets reversed. The point is the world gets reversed. So the satellite is still gonna see, like, I really don't get it. I don't understand. We're giving everyone pizza party instead of a raise for tripling our sales in the last month. Exactly. Satellite is just a term for floating things in orbit. Man-made satellites are what we know as satellites. True. But, I guess I'll take their word for it, because time travel is weird. And that's just how it is. Maybe I'll keep it on the main menu as I sign out for the day. Yay! What's over here? Oh, that's just the achievements page. And then over here is the thing here. And then if I'm here, this is... same music. Okay. Did you pull for bark? I did not yet. I will probably pull on my own time, off stream. Maybe just 110 pull to give a nod to the fact that I like her design. I like the music theming. It makes me happy as someone who was very much a music person for a lot of my life. I am mostly saving for Fatutu, yes, exactly. I've heard that she's incredibly good, and also I think her design is adorable and cute and really pretty and good and stuff, and I want her really, really, really bad. So, yeah. My general rule on my stream is that I never do gacha pulls on stream. That is my way of protesting against gacha game mechanics, where the gacha system in general, I'm against it. But I love all these gacha games and I play them and stream them, so that's the one thing I do, is I don't gacha on stream, but I will show you the results of my gacha on stream, and I'll show you the history of my pulls and how I did. But yeah, she's busted. Fatutu, yeah, I've heard good things. I'm excited for her to come out, and it looks like I won't have to wait that long, since they're rushing everything. So that's crazy. But yes, I need to get things wrapped up here so that I have time to hang out a little bit with whoever we're raiding, and then I'll head downstairs to cook myself some dinner, and dinner for Duar. I never even thought of that, but that's an incredibly base take on gachas. I mean, it's what I have right now. You know, capitalism, it's impossible. Ethical consumption under capitalism is impossible. We all know and accept this, I should hope. But that doesn't mean that we can't, you know, do what we can here and there to keep the conversation going about the things that are wrong with capitalism. And one of the things that I think is wrong is the gacha system. There was a time when video games weren't all gachas. I remember that time. I grew up in that time. And I think it's not too late for us to return. For sure, yeah. So yeah. I will wrap it up there. This has been a blast. Thank you so much for everyone who's been hanging out in chat. I don't always have people in chat. Reverse 1999 has gotten a lot of more people in chat in recent days and the last couple weeks. I feel like people are getting more into the game again because the the recent patches have been really hyped up and people are excited about them, as opposed to patches before then where people were kind of meh. So it looks like the excitement is getting turned up, and that's kind of cool. It means more people are tuning in and connecting in these fandom spaces, and I quite like chatting with people in fandom spaces. It's a thing that I'm a fan of. So now, this won't provide you a place to chat with other people, but I do have a notification Discord where you can just get alerts when I go live on Twitch, and you get an alert when I post my VODs on YouTube. And I'm also, as incentive for people to join it, I'm putting up pictures of my very adorable pet rats. So for now, that's what the Discord has. In the future, though, once I'm sure that I'm ready for it, I will open it up so that we can actually have conversations there. So feel free to join if you'd like. Let's see. Yeah, you know, socials, ShinyBot TV over on Twitter, X, I'm on Blue Sky, and like I said, YouTube, and here on Twitch. All of those, I'm ShinyBot TV. So yes, thank you again. Please take care of yourselves, okay? Please eat some food. Did you eat some food? You better eat some food. And make sure you stay hydrated. And just kind of check in on yourself. See if there's any needs that need to be addressed or taken care of, and let people around you know about it. And take care of each other. I am looking forward to streaming again tomorrow. It might be Infinity Nikki, because I'm really excited about the new stuff in that game. And I already did all the event story Infinity Nikki, but there's other stuff to do, you know. So come and hang out for that if you're interested. If I might change my mind, just straight up, full disclosure, I generally decide day of what I'm going to stream, so I appreciate your patience there. Burger time! Sounds excellent. Have an excellent burger. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and sign off and stop the recording here. Bye, recording. Bye-bye. And with that, I will go see if there's anyone to raid. Let's find out. Boop, 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 boop. This music is so chill. Very chill and chillax. I wonder if people are interested in watching someone play Undertale for their first time. If you are, come join us on our raid of... Actually, I don't know how to pronounce her name. Expalistallion? Pallistallion? Something like that. Anyway, let's go hang out there. Otherwise, have a good day, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye!
Level 7 hype train on a